into the day with the dawn ringing in my ears. Oh, I tune into my TV show. No better way, I gotta get myself into gear. Let's go. Oh, and I feel good today with my wake up in the morning espresso. I feel good today. It's my feel good breakfast show.
Let the positivity wash over you in waves, infuse in your very bones. I hope you are feeling fantastic this morning. A very good morning from my side. I am Graham Richards. You are live with Expresso on a beautiful Thursday morning. It is the 16th of the month. It is flying by. The year is flying by. But today we're going to put the brakes on and we're going to have a ridiculous amount of fun. We have got a very special takeover today that's going to be nostalgic but also filled with hope as we meet the king who reigned supreme in a particular space and the prince who is about to ascend to the throne. It's a Noot for Noot takeover. Good morning, you gorgeous
Yes,
thing.
so exciting. Come on.
Oh, man, we
a
are
Noot
so...
for Noot takeover today. It's going to be so awesome. And of course, we've all grown up with the show. We've learned to love every aspect of it. And we know that you, our Expresso family, love every aspect of the show as well. That's why when it comes to our social media post today, we want to know from you, what is your favorite game on Noot?
Kom speel 'n bietjie. Kom speel 'n bietjie.
50 randjies for you.
So Johan Stemmert, the legend himself, who is very much still an integral part of the show and just
Yes.
one of the most incredible human beings, he is going to be here. And I want to say, normally in this case you would say the pretender to the crown or to the throne, but this man was born to do the job.
Yes.
Emo Adams,
Wow.
who is, from what I hear, doing an incredible job already, taking over the reins. They're going to be our games masters today. We're going to have a little bit of fun, put our musical ability.
Yeah.
You can actually sing, so I think you're quite well equipped for this. So we're going to see just how far our musical knowledge goes, but I think the most important thing here is to have a golden opportunity to see both the past and the present of Noot for Noot, one of the most iconic game shows, television properties on TV, here in one place. This might be the last time that you'll see this
Wow.
ever happen on national TV. So we are blessed, we are honored, we are humbled, and pretty excited, as you can probably pick up from my voice, to have the legends and to have the vibe in studio
Yeah.
today.
Well, it's going to be amazing. The show's going to go to another level. It's going to be hot, hot, hot. But let's take a look at the weather, of course, and find out what
Please
your
be hot.
temperatures
Please be
look
hot,
like
hot, hot.
all around the country.
Well, a very good morning to you. Yes, welcome to it. Your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Kata Kamaboya reporting for duty alongside
your Uncle Tabsy. Welcome to it. Yes, look, the show is definitely going to go really hot. It's going to be a hot other level, as Leanne said, but maybe not so much the weather temperatures across the major parts of the country. No, it's not looking so great. It's sunny, but it's not very warm. I'll tell you what it's looking like, though. We start off in Johannesburg. It's sunny conditions with nice warm temperatures. Clear skies are expected for the entire day with little to no wind. Humidity will rapidly decrease as the day progresses, but don't forget your sunscreen today, Joburg. And if you're out in Durban, it's sunny over there. Plenty of sunshine, pleasant temperatures, clear skies for the entire day. A light northeasterly wind can be expected over there. It dies down towards the evening with humidity fluctuating throughout the day. And in Port Elizabeth, the windy city, sunny conditions over there, light northwesterly breeze expected, and the sky will remain clear for the duration of the day. Humidity decreases towards the evening as the temperatures become rather chilly. And in Cape Town, it's mainly sunny conditions, but it'll be partly sunny in parts with a light southeasterly breeze throughout the day, and cloud cover will increase as the evening approaches. Temperatures will peak at midday and humidity will remain high. Enjoy a break from the rain, Cape Town, but we're not in the clear as far as the temperatures are concerned. They are still quite low.
Yeah, but I think we're appropriately dressed for the weather for today.
Yeah,
I mean,
I think
both of us essentially rocking the same look. If you see the essence of the black denim jean, yours
and
is
the type of
more,
shoe, I suppose,
yours
as
is
well.
more of a chino vibe too. Yeah, exactly. The sneaker with the t-shirt, and I opted for the lighter colored jacket just to kind of make it pop a little bit. I wanted to take on the light color of the shoes to kind of match up with the top, which is what I generally try and do when it comes to more casual looks. And you kept it all street.
I kept it all street, but I also wanted to match with your jeans. So I thought the denim jacket that's going to bounce off your jeans is this one.
So you're doing the cross-pollination
I'm like, yeah.
I like
So when we stand next to each other, Yeah.
That's how you put a look together.
We
That's how you
just match.
You know what I want to know though? When you talk about looks,
Yeah.
somebody that made a certain look legendary, and I'm so excited to have these two individuals here today. But one in Mr. Johan Stemmet, the legendary Mr. Johan Stemmet. Do you know, like, I think he brought the waistcoat back.
This, I used to call it a snorbikey.
A snorbikey?
Snorbikey, I don't know. Is that not what it's called in Afrikaans? Because I grew up referring to it as a snorbikey.
It's an onderbikey.
Okay, well.
Because a snor is a moustache. So snorbikey.
There might be something about it, I wonder.
Does anybody
We'll find out.
Does anybody else call it a snorbikey?
Because otherwise my whole childhood was a mess. Then it was all a lie. But yes, he absolutely brought that look to life. Week after week we'd tune in on SABC2 rather, and we'd catch him wearing that, and the ties always coming through, these really flamboyant ties that only he could rock, and it's so excited to have him here.
And now you've got Emo Adams bringing his own freshness, his own energy and look to the show. Arguably two of my favorite people ever on television in one show.
Well,
what a privilege it is to have them here today. It's going to be a Noot for Noot takeover, and we hope that you'll be enjoying every single minute of the next 3 hours with us here on your Feel Good Breakfast show. But let's get you started off on this Thursday morning with a quote of the day.
Yes, we are going to delve into a quote from someone. I was actually just trying to take on board the incredible, the illustrious filmography, but the amount of nominations that this actress that we are focusing on, being Women's Month, we are being inspired by powerful, incredibly inspirational women. Meryl Streep, okay, get this, I think she probably is the greatest living actress, I think, in terms of her legacy, what she's created. But she's been nominated for an Academy Award 21 times. That is insane. She's won 3 of those, but I think if you're an actress on the same list as her, that nominees list, you know that you have arrived. It must be such a humbling thing. Most nominations, understandably, in history, but she's also an incredible advocate of women's rights. We know that she's quite outspoken in that space, and she had this to say.
Exactly. Well, this is a very incredible quote coming from Meryl Streep. This is, true freedom is understanding that we have a choice in who and what we allow to have power over us. I'm going to give you that again. True freedom is understanding that we have a choice in who and what we allow to have power over us. Powerful words.
Incredibly powerful words. You can make those choices right now as we consider what is guiding our day in the national news.
Well, here are your news headlines at the start of a brand new day. The new head of the domestic branch of the State Security Agency, Advocate Mahlodi Morfe, says illegal immigration is the biggest threat to the country. Morfe says all the people entering into the country must be documented. Meanwhile, Lammy's 40th birthday celebrations and the World Elephant Day at Joburg Zoo on Monday were marred by scenes of highly stressed elephants. Audrey Delsing, Humane Society International Africa Wildlife Director, said the zoo's actions were shocking. Taking a look at the international front, Nigeria's President Muhammadu Buhari has told the central bank to stop providing funding for food imports. Meanwhile, Beijing yesterday slammed terrorist-like attacks on its citizens by pro-democracy protesters in Hong Kong during a 3rd day of chaos at the city's airport. And meanwhile, China has refused to grant a U.S. Navy warship permission to make a port call in Hong Kong. And finally, with schools in the United States starting again yesterday after almost 3 months of summer holidays, a group of moms in Florida are going viral with their hilarious back-to-school celebration pictures. Now, the 4 moms decided to take pics after seeing everyone else post sad back-to-school pictures. 38-year-old Shauna Genua said while they are also sad, they are also celebrating. Now, between the 4 of them, she says they have 18 kids which have been home since May. Wow. And they are so ready for them to go back to school, she said. We wish to let other people posting sad pictures of their kids going back to school on Facebook know why you're sad. We are free again now. Well, take that into your day as you start this Thursday. Right now, let's take a look at the latest sports headlines.
Well, Sparking a fair bit of contentious debate, Skulk Brits will captain the Springboks. That while regular skipper Siya Kolisi does return to the team when they face Argentina in their one-off friendly match at Loftus Versfeld on Saturday. Then in football, plenty of action in our midweek PSL action. We saw wins for Bidvest Wits and Supersport United, while the reigning champions Mamelodi Sundowns were held to a 1-1 draw by Tripper United. That, of course, at the Nelson Mandela Bay Stadium in PE. Staying with the beautiful game, Liverpool have won the 2019 UEFA Super Cup for the fourth time in their history. That was after beating Chelsea 5-4 on penalties after a 2-2 draw in Istanbul last night. More on all of those stories as we progress.
Don't fear the flu. Boost your immune system with Effaflu-C Immune Booster by Pharmadynamics. Effective, affordable healthcare.
Thank you very much, Graham. Let's take a look at your weather, but first, your sunrise pictures that you've sent through. Thank you so much, Kensani Kacheni, for sending us your beautiful sunrise out in Bushbuck Ridge in Mpumalanga, where plenty of sunshine can be expected today with beautiful temperatures and little to no wind, reaching that maximum of 23 degrees. Beautiful picture. Thank you. Pat Harris also sent us his sunrise picture from Klein-Bosch in the Eastern Cape, where sunny conditions can be expected with pleasant and warmer temperatures than the day before, reaching a maximum of 22 degrees. Absolutely beautiful. Thank you so much. You also can do the same by getting those through to us on our Facebook page, Expresso Morning Show SABC3. And now we take a look at those temperatures, starting off in Polokwane, where there is a really cold start to the morning, starting off at a low of 6, reaching a high of 23 degrees. Mbombela 11, reaching a high of 25. If you're out in Pretoria, it's 9 and 25 with plenty of sunshine today. Johannesburg, your low 9, reaching a high of 24. Northeasterly wind traveling at 17 kilometers per hour for Mahikeng. 10, your minimum, your maximum 27 degrees. If you're out in Klerksdorp, it's 7 and 28 for you today. Kimberley 8, your low, reaching a high of 28. And Bloemfontein has the lowest temperatures in the country today. 2 is your low, reaching that high of 25. Richards Bay 13 and 25. And Pietermaritzburg, you've got 10, your minimum, peaking at 25 degrees. Northeasterly wind traveling at 17 kilometers per hour for Durban, 15 and 22. If you're out in Mthatha today, your low will be 7, reaching that high of 27 degrees. High humidity expected for East London, 12, reaching a high of 24. Craddock 6, peaking at 28. And Port Elizabeth starts off at 11, will move over to 23 degrees later on. And George 8, peaking at 22. High humidity for Sutherland, 8 is your low, reaching a high of 23 degrees. The mother city, Cape Town, 11 and 19. And Worcester, you've got 8, reaching a high of 26 degrees today. Springbok 16 and 30, with Uppington coming through with the highest temperatures in the country. 12 is your minimum, your maximum temperatures 33 degrees. A nice and sunny day. That's where we leave it for now. The next report will be in just over half an hour.
Yeah, it's going to be a beautiful day all across, beautiful and sunny, partly cloudy and cold South Africa. But of course, the TV screens are being heated up right now with Presenter Search on 3, the Expresso edition, where apparently everyone wants to order a coffee from Sis Princess. Have you heard this, Sis Princess?
Yes.
So everyone on Presenter Search is like, hi, my name is Melusi. I want to order a coffee from Mrs. Princess. Hi, Princess. Like, that's the standard audition model now.
Oh, Princess, you are famous. It was so good to hear people just loving you. But of course, it's time for us to get into our coffee for real.
On the real.
So thank you, my darling.
Yes.
I'm going to grab one of those, and then we are also catching up with Ryle De Mornay, who is a champion. He's a TV presenter and also Cosmopolitan's sexiest man. And we're going to be talking about how he is a master in all things, especially when it comes to his beard game as well.
Oh yes, because he's got that on lock.
Yes,
We
child.
need to learn from Ryle De Mornay.
I'm available for it any day.
A taste loved by those who have tried it. McAfee, great coffee, simple. See you after the break.
Oh, you can make my day. Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's Expresso right here on SABC3. Now, last night, the second episode of Presenter Search on 3, the Expresso edition, aired. And if Cape Town, the Cape Town round of auditions is anything to go by, then I got to tell you, this competition for the 2 coveted presenting spots on your Feel Good Breakfast Show is definitely heating up.
Oh yeah, got me glued to my couch last night. Now, we got a chance to look at some really interesting hopefuls, and we profiled those people that have an interesting backstory. Now, one of those people was Dawson Green, who happens to be the baby brother of another famous South African.
Het was so 'n jaar gelede wat ons toe nou uitvind van Tamarin wat nou so gewild geraak het en nou like my seun wil nou dieselfde pad stap.
As brilliant as my sister's achievement is as Miss South Africa and first runner-up at Miss Universe, I am here to build my own brand and I'm here to look towards my future at the end of the day.
Ah, Dawson's Creek. Well, as you would have seen, the judges' response to Dawson was kind of lukewarmish, but someone who really managed to make a lasting and profound impression is Owethu Nodada, who had the smashing first audition. So let's see how she did with our main judges.
That's very cool. We, of course, are not the same judges, and we have different criteria, I think. So we're interested to see what happens.
I think let's jump straight into it.
Good morning, guys. So it's Women's Month, the month of August, where we celebrate phenomenal women from all over the country. Kat is the lucky guy who's out there this morning as we celebrate women in a fantastic fundraising event in aid of Every Girl Child Can, a foundation seeking to empower young girls with education skills and actually helping them uplift their lives and make a difference in this country. Kat, I hope you're behaving over there.
Love it.
Very smooth.
Love it.
Do you like the
I
behaving
love
of
it.
Oh man, Owethu.
So regal.
Oh yes, you can feel her presence. It was so nerve-wracking. But of course, the judges needed to make their decision, and only one person out of the 20 Cape Town hopefuls progressed to the next round.
Are you ready to find out who it is? The Cape Town contestant who will be progressing through to the next round is Owethu Nodada! Congratulations, Owethu. I can see that you are so emotional.
Backflash.
That is so crazy. Do you remember that moment?
I do remember that moment, and there really isn't anything where you feel like your heart is in a knot and you're standing there. Ah, man.
Well, the competition is very much still in the air. There are 11 more weeks on this journey to finding out who will take the 2 coveted presenting slots right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. So share in with the exciting process by tuning in to Presenter Search on 3, the Expresso edition, every Wednesday at 7:30 p.m. right here on SABC3, where
The stage is yours. Own it.
It's your time to shine with Presenter Search on 3 and Orbit Gum.
I've just got to say congratulations and thank you again to everyone who came and auditioned. I was one of the preliminary round judges, and it was, I mean, it was a long day, but it was really cool to connect with everyone. And I think there are a few more that might sneak through, so don't lose hope just yet. But Owethu, you were amazing, girl. So congratulations. Now let's shift gears somewhat, but we'll stay in the zone of Presenter Search to a small degree. I think in order to become a master, one has to show great skill and determination in their chosen field or profession and exceed at the bare minimum of what's required. That's how we start to excel. This then leads you to not only mastering your own look, but also to becoming a master of yourself. That's what our grooming journey has been all about. And one man who embodies all of this undoubtedly is our guest for the day. A man with a jaw-dropping jaw and jaw-dropping credentials and a beard to admire. And he's just a cool guy. He is, of course, top-billing presenter, a champion, the Cosmopolitan Sexiest Man of the Year 2019, and a very very familiar face on our screens, the man who will be sharing his beard journey with us, Ryle Renee de Mornay.
Yeah,
I don't know, where did the Renee come from? You got a double-barreled, man. Ryle, welcome, dude. Thank you so much. I'm sure you must get a little crazy nostalgic when you see all of this presenter search fever and stuff.
Always. It just brings back so many crazy memories and makes me just feel even more appreciative of where I am now. I mean, you're reading out all these accolades.
Yeah, but
half of them I'm just like, wow, master, I don't know if I can accept that yet. Definitely not. We're getting there. We're getting there.
Yeah, but that's the mark of a true master, man. It's constantly growing and learning, dude.
Absolutely.
No, it's been...
I mean, but talk to us about the journey, because I mean, Presenter Search for you was a journey, and when you presented yourself to the nation, not only were you skilled as a presenter and brilliant at presentation itself, but your look. You've mastered that look.
Is it a conscious thing?
Yeah, where did it come from? Do you just wake up one day and go like, this is what I'm going to look like? Yes, dashing.
It's a crazy story because, I mean, I've grown up as an athlete. So summer days for me as an athlete, it's all about just wearing gear that you can train in. So I never get to really showcase that side of that flair and the dramatic tones and colors that you get to wear really in sports gear. And when I was an athlete, especially when I was younger...
You become such a top-billing presenter. It's just crazy, dude.
Why are you saying that?
Use those words. It's just so cool, dude. To see when you started to hear you breaking it down like that, dude. It's awesome, bro.
So essentially, right, so summer was a time where I couldn't really show off. And winter, I used to capitalize on it quite a bit. And winter was the time when it's down season, you're not training, so you get to actually wear normal clothing again. And an athlete, that's quite exciting. So I used to go over the top, and winter I used to come with the craziest concepts. I used to layer. I loved layering, and it was cold in Cape
As we
Town all
can
the time.
see,
Yeah,
as
you
is very
still rocking the layers.
You've constructed a good look today, bro.
Thank you. And yeah, I mean, that's kind of what amalgamated to that journey of what I wore at the Presenter Search. But there's another deeper story behind that, because colors was a thing that I was completely afraid of, to be very honest with you. Yeah, man, I grew up and I was a quirky kid.
Yeah.
And being young and a quirky kid, you don't fit in really. And you always just want to fit in when you're younger. That was an issue, obviously. But my style of clothing made people not take me too seriously. I used to wear these wild, quirky patterns and crazy shoes and
Paisleys and Mantariana.
mixed together, you know, all the works.
Okay, yeah.
And I felt like I wasn't being taken seriously, to be very honest with you. And it literally got me to change my attire, and I literally went all black. And I consciously made the decision to say to myself, you know what, I want you to value me and take me in for everything other than my look, because that was something that was constantly being ridiculed, attacked, or judged. And I try to actually bring my personality out while wearing the darkest, most bland clothing that I could. And that literally stuck with me for years and years and years until Presenter Search came, and that's
allowed you to live your best life again. You just reminded me of somebody who I think created their own look on television, being out there. I mean, Mr. Johan Stemmer did that with his Onderbikes, and they were pretty much out there. And look where he is right now. Legendary status.
A living legend. A living legend. We're loving the energy on set at the moment, I think, because for us, I mean, it might seem crazy to talk about, you know, your aesthetic as having this deep connection to your psyche, but you've just proven that that is such an important part. How much have you had to step up your game now that you're on camera every day? Now that, you know, that jawline, it has to look the same. It has to look good. You're interviewing models. You're interviewing famous celebrities. How important has it become?
That beard is manicured, right?
Yeah, man. I'm like, take it down.
Honestly, guys, it's been the most difficult transition for me. I feel like I've always been this kind of like a man's man, in a sense, and would just rough it out. I'd wake up and my hair would decide how it would look in the morning, and the beard would kind of just grow in these little patches. And coming onto a platform like this, where you're constantly exposing amazing and incredible guests, but you are part of that process, so you do show on the camera a lot. You kind of need to put more effort into it and look as beautiful as you guys do. So I realized it's a lot of effort that goes into making sure that the lines are straight, that your hair actually cooperates. It's one of the biggest fights I had. Even right through to the Presenter Search, the directors would always come and tweak my hair and pull it, and it does its thing, but yeah, I have to control that and get on top of it. So shaving became a new thing to me as well, and everything else that goes along with that.
Yeah, but you know, this, I must say, it's awesome to see how far you've come, dude. And obviously, we've become good mates, and you're kind of a very welcome guest on our show. Can you sing, dude? Can you sing it all?
Yeah, I can. I can do anything.
That's my attitude. You might have to pull him into to one of the games a bit later on, man. Good to have you here. And of course, like Ryle, becoming a master is no easy feat, nor is it achieved overnight, but requires time, confidence, and tenacity. And one thing is for sure, is that it requires the right tools to harness your true self. Luckily, your journey towards mastering your look is made just a little bit easier with Bick's premium range of disposable razors, and they're available at your local leading retailers nationwide.
Master your look with Big Flex.
Well, from one master to another, Johan Stemmen is in the house. Everybody make some noise. The one, the only.
I can now say I've arrived because I'm live on Expresso.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
This will go down as the moment.
The moment. I love during the chat, Johan actually said they must stop putting someone else's face over my body.
Looking at Ryle's
showing
picture.
Ryle's abs. And I agree, you guys must stop that. Stop
This
it.
has to stop.
Oh,
But I'm so glad you left your honor bikie behind because Kat would have really fought
Yeah, but
you
now
for it.
I must just tell everybody, just before we went on air, he asked me, what is the onderbikie? Is the snorbarkie or is the onderbikie?
I did want to confirm.
I had to quickly, explain to him what is snorbarkie and what is an onderbikie.
Well, that's our Tabisa for you. We have them in studio all morning. It is a Noot for Noot takeover. Johan Stemmer in the house. Emo Adams in the house. We catch up with them after
Dr.
this.
Shirley, DJ Shirley.
Who's got what it takes to shine on Expresso? Your favorite breakfast show is searching for new presenters, and it's your time to shine with Orbit Gum.
Own it with Presenter Search on 3, the Expresso edition, Wednesdays at 7:30 p.m. on SABC3.
In thrilling weekly challenges, who will stand, who will stumble, and who will win the right to bring you the best of breakfast television. It's your time to shine with Presenter Search on 3 and Orbit Gum.
Do you want me to speak to you? Hello, good morning. Whoever's listening to me, it's very early. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, please, no. That's really okay. Put these. Do you want my trims in the middle? Okay, so I've got okay, just give me. Must I keep going? Okay, I want to play something else because otherwise they're going to know what the songs are. Yeah.
So this is just like for talking, basically.
Well, that's only if he says something to me directly. It's not necessarily a guarantee that I'm going to say something. So if he makes a joke... Yeah, if he makes a joke or whatever the case.
Cool. Are you happy with like...
Yes. Thank you.
Greg, are you happy on your side?
Happiness.
Or do you need some more? Cool.
Is he happy? Do you want me to do the other side channel as well? Sorry, I only did the one.
Let's test everything in them.
Okay.
Interne gesprek wat mens met jouself het. Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It is no ordinary Thursday, I can tell you that much. Now, when the first episode of a little program called Noot vir Noot aired in 1991, it would be safe to say that its creators, Johan Stemmet and Johan van Rensburg, did not anticipate that it would become the country's longest-running TV game show ever. It is now time for the legendary host, Mr. Ntate Johan Stemmet, to hand over the reins as presenter. And tonight, we will be seeing Emo Adams step up into that spotlight as the first episode of season 44 airs on SABC2. But ladies and gentlemen, for now, please welcome the inimitable Ntate Johan Stemmet.
Look at you. You guys have got a way of making somebody feel very important.
But you are.
Even if you're not.
Very important.
No. I always love to tell the story where people talk about somebody being famous or somebody. You know, the only thing that makes us in this game that we are more famous than a guy who's busy baking bread somewhere or busy serving somebody coffee somewhere is more people see us work than they do see him work.
Exactly. Very true.
But it doesn't make you. I'll tell you what a legend is. A legend is somebody like Chris Barnard who can transplant the heart.
Wow. Yeah.
But in our game, we just have fun. And we're grateful that people watch us having fun. And enjoy it while the ride is there because it goes very quickly.
And for you to say that is humbling on so many levels. As I sit here just listening to your voice, I've got about 1 million questions all rifling through my head, trying to distill into one. That one most important question, and maybe you've hit the nail on the head here. How do you keep it fun? How do you keep it? Is that the key?
It's so simple. No, but it's so simple because if you enjoy what you're doing, people love what you're doing. People love what you're doing if you enjoy what you're doing.
Yeah.
And, you know, we're not involved with politics. We're not involved with religion. We're not involved with anything but music and games. We're just having fun. So if you don't have fun, what are you doing there?
That's true.
And it all comes down to enjoying what you're doing, and then people love watching you and love taking part.
Clearly, you've really enjoyed what you're doing because
for a long time.
For a long time, people have really loved watching you, man.
That's very kind of you.
I wonder how many people actually know the backstory, but when you and Johan van Rensburg were coming up with the idea of Noot vir Noot, just before that, you know, before we knew of the show on air, what was happening? Where was Johan Stemmet? What was life like? And what led you to that moment?
It was just a natural thing. I was a school teacher at Rondebosch Boys High in Cape Town.
Oh, wow.
And I taught there for about 7 years. And I was writing songs and performing at a hotel here in Stellenbosch for many, 10 years, every Friday and Saturday night. Yeah. One-man band singing, performing, and writing songs. And there was a movement in the late 70s called the Musiek en Lyriek Beweging. It was a movement to get new Afrikaans songs and new music going. And I was part of the crowd, and I was invited up to Johannesburg to take part in a symposium on this. And while I was there, they offered me a job as a music producer in a thing called television, it was very new. It was 3 years old, and we were still trying to figure out what is this television thing? How do you make television? And I started working there. I worked for 9 years at the SABC, and then we were three: Johan van Rensburg, Elsa Colling, and myself. Elsa's been working with me for 33 years already. Wow. And the three of us left SABC. We started the first outside production house. Everything was done in the SABC back in the 80s.
Word. You mavericks.
And yeah, so we broke away and we started our own production house, and obviously music was our thing because we'd done a lot of music programs in those days. The stuff that was long before your time, called Platenpraatjies and Teletreffers and
First of all, thanks for saying that.
We did all these things in music programs, and the natural thing was to go and do this outside. And SABC one day phoned us and said they needed game shows. Do we want to take part in a symposium once again to talk about how do you make game shows? And we said, of course we know how to make game shows. And we didn't.
That's the key to good TV right there, is just
and
saying
you
yes.
know, it just happened. Certain things in your life gets given to you.
Yeah.
The universe just gives
There's
it to you.
a sense of providence,
and Noot vir Noot was one of those things that was just given to us.
And it's been a gift to the nation as well over so many years. Oh man, when I just think back to like Friday nights at home, sitting with my late grandmother and grandfather and just not hardly as a child being able to understand what was going on, but feeling like I was part of this that was happening and watching you and thinking, how cool is that man? I want to be like that one
you see
day.
What's going down on screen right now?
When I think about it, when I went to my first TV audition, also just having no idea how to be a presenter, but having watched presenters over the years, you were one of the pictures that came up in my mind. That's what a presenter is. That's what I need to do and be to be a presenter. And I modeled myself according to you, sir. And you're such an inspiration.
Well, that's gee, I don't know what to say, but you know, it's always been experimental. You don't know, you still don't know what makes a presenter. I look at you guys and I think, wow, you go live out every morning and look at you, how easy you are with the cameras, with the auto cues. I always say auto cue is difficult to work with because you can't read it. You read it with your mind, not with your eyes.
That's exactly.
And the way that you guys handle a morning live show is brilliant. It's really brilliant.
In 30 years of my career, I've been trying to say the words that you've just said. The amount of people trying to explain to them how difficult auto cue actually is and that it's not a crutch. You've hit the nail on the head. So all of this being considered, Johan, how difficult is it going to be stepping off that stage?
No.
I mean, you're in the process of... how are you feeling about the transition?
I really, really am very hyper excited about it. I'm super excited because the thing is, I was just speaking to Katlego just before we went on air just now, and then I said the way I saw my career was you start at a certain place, and you've got to see the end line when you start your career, because if you don't put an end line to your career, you don't know where to go and you don't know how to pace yourself. You can't pace it's like somebody who runs a race. If you're going to be running the 400 meters, you see the end line and you pace yourself according to where you're going to finish. Otherwise, you're not going to perform like you can perform.
Peak,
And I'm just grateful that I kept seeing the line coming closer and closer. Maybe I overstepped it a little bit because I mean, I'm reaching towards 70 now, and there should be a time where you must say to yourself, listen, but the time was just right. The right people came along. I mean, with Emo and Rochelle, I'm telling you, wait till you see the show tonight. They're going to take Noot vir Noot to a level where I've never even dreamed it could go. Wow. It's really very exciting.
What an honor. I hope Emo's taking that on board now.
Oh, he is. He's nervously walking around the cameras and sipping on that coffee. We're going to chat to him shortly as well.
I don't know why I'm feeling all emotional right now, but it's an incredible honor for us to have you guys here to be a part of this transition. I think we are so excited. I know you are still very much a part of the DNA of the show, so that's not going to change. But thank you so much for making us feel like big kids again.
Absolutely love you. Absolutely love you.
Man. Thank you.
My smile is really stretching all around my head
starting to cramp a little bit now.
And I can't wait to have Emo Adams on the couch as well, alongside Ntate Johan Stemmet, as we chat about the new era that is Noot vir Noot on our televisions. Of course, check out that tonight on SABC2. Season 44, dude.
That's crazy.
Wow, Johan Stemmet in the house. We are blessed today, absolutely blessed. Season 44 of this perennial classic is coming to your screens tonight.
So while we have gotten in the nostalgia factor with Johan Stemmet, it's time for us to take a look with our very own Expresso Film presenter, Tsulu Piri, at all of these exciting changes that are still coming our way.
While the legendary and incomparable Johan Stemmet has been at the helm of the beloved ship that is Noot vir Noot, he's now handing over the reins to entertainer extraordinaire Emo Adams. And although the show remains evergreen, a brand new era is being ushered in.
When someone says Noot vir Noot, the first thing that comes to mind, 50 rankies, yo! You think game show, you think money being given away, and you think songs that you mostly know at home, but when you're there, I guess you never know it.
The whole family watches, whether you're young or old. Everyone tries to guess the answers, and after the hour you think oh, I would have been better, let me enter.
It's legends and it's authenticity in the Afrikaans music and longevity. You talk about Johan Stemmet, we're talking a legend there of the industry, and those are the kind of people that must be celebrated as long as they're still alive.
When I think of Noot vir Noot, I think home, I think of South Africa. It's really a truly South African show, and where we can honor amazing artists, and when we can go back to music.
A favorite for professional musicians and musical enthusiasts alike, Noot vir Noot has provided many viewers and fans the kind of all-inclusive and competitive game show entertainment that has transcended generations.
Jackie, over the years, what has Noot vir Noot come to be known for to SABC2 and its viewers?
Noot vir Noot is one of our flagship programs on SABC2. It's many generations have grown watching it. Many people have watched Johan Stemmet from when he was really young to where he is now.
How is this new era of Noot vir Noot going to connect viewers, both old and new?
We love the property, we love what it stands for, but how do we evolve it and change it to an extent that it now speaks to a younger audience without changing the essence of the show? And that's where we started to think about what are the elements, what is the essence of the show? It's a game show, it's musically based, so that's not going to change. So what else can we change? So the first thing was we need a new presenter who's going to fill those big shoes, because you're not just going to bring somebody, you're going to bring somebody with gravitas who's also going to bring their own personality on the show. And I think Emo Adams was just the perfect host for the show. Johan Stemmet came up with this idea for Noot vir Noot from the very beginning. So it was really important for us not to lose that continuity. Yes, he's not in front of the camera, but he's behind the scenes and he's been there with the development of the new format, but he's also the director of the show. So I think that was really important. I think also just for Emo and DJ Shelly, because when he directs, he knows what he's talking about. He's been presenting the show for years. I think it's really has benefited the show for the better to still have the core team that's been doing the show for so long with Johan, and just with the new elements in our new hosts.
The entire nation is curious to see how the popular musical quiz show has been rejuvenated to form part of the next generation's fun family viewing. It's not so much as out with the old and in with the new, but rather marrying the two to create more magic.
Emo Adams is no stranger to South African TV and theatre lovers, having wowed audiences nationwide with his exuberant and masterfully executed live performances, as well as a myriad of TV host and guest appearances, even in Noot vir Noot.
Now, Emo is taking over from the legend that is Johan Stemmet. How do you think he's going to go about carving his own name and leaving his own mark on that Noot vir Noot set, on that Noot vir Noot stage?
I think Emo is one of the most incredible entertainers in South Africa. I think he's underrated. I think he is going to really take the brand to the next level. He's going to build with a new generation of listeners and watchers and just a new audience, you know. I think Emo dances, which Johan never did. Johan was very static. You know, Johan had the 50 randjies for you. And it seems like Emo has his own thing, which is hip, it's lit, it's fresh, and I'm very excited to see how he's going to grow.
So in terms of the set, in terms of the games, in terms of Emo as the presenter, it's just sort of like Noot vir Noot 2.0.
You know, nothing beats continuity, you know, and you look at Emo, he's featured in the show like a club. He's gone there running. He's young, he's vibrant, and trust me, we're going for another 50 years.
So just how is Emo going to propel Mzansi's longest running TV game show into the future? Well, let's find out from him right now in studio.
Oh man, what a time to be alive, to be ushering in a new era of South Africa's best and favorite game show of all time, and to be sitting alongside the man of the hour, Emo Adams!
Slow down. It's a slow clap, everybody. Yes.
It's a slow clap.
How are you guys doing, man?
Oh, so good. We're so excited.
We are as excited, trust me. I'm still sitting in, though.
Yeah.
Still sitting in, but good times ahead.
Exactly. Well, good times happening after the break. We're catching up with Emo Adams. And, of course, we cannot wait to find out exactly how he feels about this brand new opportunity with Noot vir Noot. This is what he does.
This is where you belong.
This is the Emo we know and love.
It's your feel-good breakfast show.
warm welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. We're live, large, and in charge. And as a famous lyric once says, tonight is the night. And they are here, the brand new co-hosts of Noord vir Noord, Emo Adams and DJ Shelly. Let's give them a warm Expresso welcome. Of course, here to chat about the brand new season that they are now at the head of. Guys, welcome to the show.
Amazing.
It's lekker being here, man. Thanks.
Of course, Shelly, so good to have you here well. We're going to catch up with you in a second. I know that you've been asked this a million times before, but we're going to ask it again.
Yes.
What does it feel like to be at the helm of taking this epic show into the future?
You're never ready for this job. You're just never ready because it is, and I know what Johan said earlier, but he's still a legend in everybody's eyes and everybody's homes, an institution of note. So I wasn't ready, but I felt that I was in a point in my career where I wanted to challenge myself and find out how I can grow the brand a little bit bigger. But I mean, almal se huis te wees elke donderdag aan van nou af is just unreal. I still can't fathom, and my feet has not touched the ground as of yet.
Probably will never. I mean, this is one of those kind of heaven-sent jobs that comes your way, and you become part of the fabric of the nation.
See now, when you put it like that,
fabric of the nation.
Then I just feel the pressure.
No.
Pressure makes diamonds. But wow. You know what I mean? It does.
Look at you, look at us, look at we.
And DJ Shelly, here you are as well, stepping into the shoes of the famous Musiekfabriek or the Orkest, and you are the one-woman show running that part of it. How much of a delight, how much of a pressure, how much of a sensation is that for you?
Oh, man, I think it's a bit of everything, really. I enjoy everything I do on the show. It's actually, I would almost say it's not really a job for me. It's like doing a gig at a small crowd.
Yeah.
But the energy is so big because, I mean, I'm working with Emo, his energy on his own.
Yeah.
But it's, like he says, I don't think my feet has touched the ground either. It's still very surreal. But it's really, it's amazing. Every moment of it.
Exciting times.
Very cool.
Emo, what can audiences and, of course, fans look forward to when it comes to the whole look, feel, games of this new show?
I think, I mean, a lot of people was worried that the people that know the show might feel a bit alienated because obviously this is an institution that is in everyone's homes. They've somehow managed to find a very unique balance between keeping the foundation of what Noord vir Noord represents as well as bringing a newer, fresher energy. It is soos 'n koek, ons is net die versiering op die koek, maar jy weet hoe dit proe.
Yeah, but the ingredients are the same.
Sy gee die trimmings aan, kom die cherry agteraan. I said it boop. Maar ek dink dit is ons is in 'n era waar we needed a shift in terms of energy. And if there's one thing they did really well was find the right timing and the manner to do it gracefully. We didn't just come in and jump ship and said like throw all our toys out of the cart. We handle it with grace because this is something that people know and we respect that. So I think we are going to keep a lot of the existing audience and they will be pleasantly surprised that everything is still the same. But daar is 'n nuwe era van nuwe lighties wat gaat intune and I'm very excited about that.
Yeah. DJ Shelly, for you, in ushering in this new era, what are you most looking forward to? I mean, audiences are going to be tuning in every Thursday at 7 p.m, starting off tonight with the first episode. What are you looking forward to bringing to this show?
I wonder. Well, yeah, I think I'm looking forward to, well, you know, the electronic direction the show has taken is obviously a lot of fun on its own. So I'm just looking forward to mostly the reaction of what people are going to think and just us as a team, you know, bringing that forward and going, hey, here we are, you know, like it, don't like it. It's maybe not for everybody, but
I think it's gonna be for everyone. Everyone's gonna like. You know what I'd love to know, because there's a lot of stuff that happens on set that a lot of people aren't privy to, right? Like the interaction between the two of you. What's that energy like? Like, what's it like to work with Emo? The stuff that he says. What does she do? Tell us, bring us into that.
You'll be very surprised. Yeah? He's actually very serious backstage. Like you'll see Emo walking down a passage with his iPad, just like going through lines.
Cat does the same, by the way.
And then when he steps, exactly. And when he steps on that stage, it's like a little
Sasha
switch
Fierce comes out.
Yeah, because you need to know the parameters of crazy.
Exactly.
And so you can go crazy, but at least you need to know what's the job that you need to do before you get to the crazy, right? But I second what you're saying. I mean, we have a lot of fun. There's a very good camaraderie between the two of us. Somehow that just happened. And it's just a joy because she is talented behind the decks. Die feit dat sy kan speel, help die show. Daar was redelijk baie mense wat gesê het, ja, ek dink dis 'n DJ nie hoor. Ek dink dis net 'n knoppie. Dis net 'n knoppie agterna sy. Weet jy wat ons het gesien? Nee, sy DJ hoor, sy DJ. Ek is like, well, yeah.
That is so awesome. But of course, we're going to be playing some Noord vir Noord games throughout the show. And you must not miss tonight. Season 44 is on SABC 2 at 7 p.m. Do not miss it. Emo Adams, DJ Shelley, everybody. We're going to play
Come on. Season 44.
Help me help you.
Wow. A whole season 44 of iconic television. My word. It's insane. So, of course, we did ask you, it is a Noord vir Noord takeover here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show Expresso. We've asked you what your favorite game from the legendary music quiz show is. And, of course, there are many. And we've seen so many of them over the years. And the comments are just taking us all back.
I think most people are feeling incredibly nostalgic, understandably right now. I'm feeling like a 10-year-old child.
I can imagine.
It's just so cool. But also the vibe and the energy, and I think this is something that you guys are feeling at home as well. So we take a look at some of the comments that have come through this morning. Sipe and Sabo Lorraine saying, good morning, Expresso team. Much love. That heart's going straight back at you, girl. My favorite is when they guess the song and sing along. Well, you're going to get a little taste of that this morning, I have a feeling. Then Caroline Alexander saying, good morning, all super excited. Love all the games. Noord vir Noord.
Man, I love it. We've got some more comments here. Here's some Kelisi Wedlala saying, morning Expresso team. I like it when they're answering questions and singing. So that quizzing and singing, song and guessing, that's wonderful. Here's another one from Nivola van Rede Pulsa saying, good morning Expresso team. I love all the games. Love all the games. Super excited. Can't wait for Noord vir Noord. Go Emo, go, go, go. Yeah. She signs off. It's so exciting.
I get a sense for both of them. The other shoe hasn't quite dropped as yet, that they are taking over the reins on Noord vir Noord, but it is all going down today, 7 o'clock on SABC2. But we're going to give you a little prelude right here on the show, so stick around.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Welcome back to it, your Feel Good Breakfast Show, live, large, and in charge on this Thursday morning. And what an exciting Thursday morning it is. A new era of television is being ushered in tonight as season 44 of Noord vir Noord with its new co-hosts Emo Adams and DJ Shelley premieres at 7 p.m. on SABC2. And of course, they're joining us to play some of their games on our Feel Good Breakfast Show. And we're also accompanied by the legendary Ndade Johan Stemmet, who's here for the first game. As a contestant, have you ever been a contestant on?
You know, I was in the Casper de Vries one once. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Cool. Okay. Very, very much different from what we're about to do. But anyway, so the first game we're playing is called La Slappy.
Yes.
And Emo will explain. Take it away, sir.
Okay, so first and foremost, please note that we are winning money, but the money is in Bitcoin or cryptocurrency. Hulle kry nie die geld nie. Secondly, I think, Johan, you are just a stand-in for now. I wouldn't want you to play because you might know the games.
Okay.
And that would be an unfair disadvantage.
Nee, Johan moet saamspeel. Ja, hy moet saamspeel.
Wil hy saamspeel?
Ja.
I know as little as they
Luister,
do,
julle
so.
kan nie my sê, dis my game, by the way. So die volgende is La Slappy, dit gaat vir Cat en vir die wie ever ken, die antwoord ken, kap hy dan eers. Okay. Die game is La Slappy. Sy speel die beat, jy gee my die titel, ek gee vir jou R400.
Okay.
Sy speel die beat, jy gee die titel, ek gee jou R400. Asof jy met help met die begeleiding gee vir jou R200. As jy nog steeds nie weet jy help ons vir jou met die melody vir R100. Get it? Got it? Good. DJ Shelly.
Take it away.
Kap het. Luister na die beat. Luister na die beat. Hier's 'n clue. Dit is 'n Ace of Base treffer.
Whoa! Come on.
I saw the signs.
Yes, man. No, man. Stop it. Don't just
Is it wrong?
randomly
I
shout.
saw the signs and it opened. No, wrong?
No, that means you're out for this one. Ek gee vir jou die begeleiding. Ek gee vir jou die begeleiding by. Okay, hier kom hy.
Thank you.
Okay. Wat is die antwoord? Wat is die titel van die liedjie?
You opened up my... No, man.
Waar kry julle titels?
Oh, man.
Johan, kan jy vir help asseblief?
Do you really want me to give you?
I really, I think
Are you sure?
I don't want you to help, but I think
She
that-
lives the lonely life. She lives the lonely... That's the song.
Wat is die titel van die liedjie?
She lives the lonely...
Lian, weet jy? Nee, ons kom oor na Johan.
Okay. Shirley, geef hulle die antwoord.
Die antwoord is all that she wants.
She literally says in the song, she wants it out of all that she wants. Jy kan dit nie kry nie.
Ek het die melodie gegee.
Sê julle wat, kom ons gaan aan na die tweede ene toe. Weer eens, ek gee julle die beat. As julle gereed?
Ja. Gereed, ja.
DJ Shelly, kap het. Full IP. Lekker. Wat? Hier kom julle clue, dit is 'n Daniel Pauter liedjie.
Oh, that's easy. That's easy. That's a lekker, hè?
You don't know it, maar dis vir julle help met die begeleiding.
Ja.
Okay, DJ Shelly, begeleiding by. Second clue. You sing a sad song just to tune it around.
It's a bad day.
Bad day.
It's a good
Okay, you got it, man. That's around the cryptocurrency. Beautiful. Okay, so now we're going to do something different. We're going to change it up.
Yeah.
Apparently, this last one
Yes.
is for the viewer.
Yes.
Okay.
Maar ons wil graag hê dat julle moet saam speel. So as jy die antwoord ken, jy moet dit op Facebook sit of tweet en die vraag, die beat is soos volg. Hier kom hy, check dit. O, hy's 'n bietjie ge. Okay, julle clue is dit is 'n Steppenwolf treffer. It is a Steppenwolf hit. What is the title of the song? When we come back, let us know.
That was lekker. Last Slappy was awesome.
Yeah.
So wie te wen?
Wel,
Wel, ek het, want ek het die eerste eens gekry.
die ronde sal ek maar sê jy het gewen want jy was so excited om te kry.
dude,
Hy
oh,
het
man.
letterlik die ding stuk ingeslaan.
Listen, I cannot wait for tonight. 7 p.m. on SABC2, season 44 of Noord vir Noord premieres with, of course, Mr. Emo Adams and DJ Shelly on your screens as the co-host. It's going to be amazing. Thank you very much for that. We're going to be having more fun with Noord vir Noord on the show this morning.
Let's see what's making history right here, right now in our national news. The new head of the domestic branch of the State Security Agency, Advocate Matlori Mofe, says illegal immigration is the biggest threat to the country. Mofe says all the people entering the country must be documented. Then Lummy's 40th birthday celebrations and World Elephant Day at Joburg Zoo on Monday were marred by scenes of highly stressed elephants. Audrey Delsink, Humane Society International Africa Wildlife Director, said the Zoo's actions were shocking. Then on the international front, Nigeria's President Muhammadu Buhari has told the central bank to stop providing funding for food imports. A little further afield, Beijing yesterday slammed terrorist-like attacks on its citizens by pro-democracy protesters in Hong Kong during a third day of chaos at the city's airport. Meanwhile, China has refused to grant a U.S. Navy warship permission to make a port call in Hong Kong. And finally, good news for cricket fans is that cricket could be included in the Olympics in the future, with the 2028 Games in Los Angeles being the earliest it can be staged. It was last played at an Olympics back in 1900. Meanwhile, women's 2020 cricket moved a step closer to featuring in the 2022 Commonwealth Games. That was after being nominated by organisers for its potential inclusion in Birmingham. And cricket has not featured in the Commonwealth Games since its maiden appearance back in 1998, when the South African men's team won gold, of course, in Kuala Lumpur. Cricket is also due to return to the Asian Games in Hangzhou in 2022, likely again to be in a T20 format. All in all, good news for all lovers of cricket. On that note, let's shift gears into our sport. Well, certainly sparking some controversy. Schalk Brits will captain the Springboks while regular skipper Siya Kolisi returns to the team. That's when they face Argentina in their once-off friendly match at Loftus Versfeld on Saturday. Then plenty of football action on the go, and our midweek PSL action. We saw wins for Bidvest Wits and SuperSport United, while the reigning champions Mamelodi Sundowns, they were held to a 1-1 draw by Chippa United at the Nelson Mandela Bay Stadium in PE last night. And then staying with the beautiful game, Liverpool have done it again. They've won the 2019 UEFA Super Cup, now for the 4th time in the club's history. That was after beating Chelsea 5-4 on penalties after a 2-2 draw in Istanbul last night. We'll continue to expand on those headlines as we progress.
Money, money. Money, money.
Thank you so much. It's just after 7 o'clock. Let's take a look at your roads. We start off in Gauteng, out in Fairland. On the N1 northbound, there is a stationary vehicle that's after the 14th Avenue, obstructing the left lane. So please keep a lookout for this. In the Western Cape and Observatory, there has been an accident on the N2 inbound. That's before Lisbeek Parkway. The right lane is currently obstructed and causing delays. So please do approach with caution. And off to the train lines, there is an extended travel time of approximately 40 minutes. That's on the southern line due to a defective set at Witterbome. And commuters are advised to please listen out for platform changes between Plumstead and Wynberg. That's where we leave it for now. The next report will be in just over half an hour. And now one more update on your weather across the country. But first, we've asked you to send in your beautiful sunrise pictures. Thank you so much for heeding the call. Nombulelo Gama sent us her sunrise from Soweto, where plenty of sunshine can be expected with pleasant temperatures and little to no wind, reaching a maximum of 24 degrees today. Thank you so much for that. Nancy Govender sent us her sunrise picture from Umkomaas in KZN, where mainly sunny conditions can be expected with a light northeasterly breeze reaching a maximum of 22 degrees. And now we take a look at those temperatures across the country. A cold start to the morning. That's for Polokwane, 6, your low, reaching a high of 23 degrees. If you're out in Mbombela, it's 11 and 25. Plenty of sunshine expected for Pretoria, 9, your minimum, reaching a maximum of 25 degrees. Johannesburg, 9 and 24. A northeasterly wind traveling at 17 kilometers per hour for Mahikeng, 10, your low, reaching a high of 27. Klerksdorp, 7 and 28. If you're out in Kimberley, 8 and 28. Bloemfontein, you've got the lowest temperatures in the country today, 2, your minimum. Your maximum is 25 degrees. If you're out in Richards Bay, it's 13, reaching a high of 25. Pietermaritzburg starts off at 10, peaking at 25 degrees. Durban, you've got 15, your low, reaching a high of 22 with a northeasterly wind traveling at 17 kilometers per hour. And if you're out in Mthatha, 7, your low, reaching a high of 26. In the East London, 12, your minimum, peaking at 24 with high humidity expected there for you. Craddock, 6 and 28. Port Elizabeth, the windy city, 11, your low, reaching a high of 23. And George, you've got 8 and 22. If you're out in Sutherland, you've got high humidity today, 8, your minimum. Your maximum is at 23. And the mother city, Cape Town, has 11, the low, and that high is 19 degrees. Worcester, 8 and 26. Springbok, you got 16 minimum and a max of 30. With Uppington pulling through with the highest temperatures in the country today. 12 is where you'll start off peaking at 33 degrees. memories. That's where we leave it for now. Remember to send us your beautiful sunrise pictures on our Expresso Morning Show SABC3 Facebook page using that hashtag Expresso Show.
Happy birthday, a very happy birthday to you.
I know that. It's happy birthday. It's a happy birthday. I know that song. It's happy birthday. I know that one.
You would have gotten a solid 400 Bitcoin for that.
At least 50 bucks.
All right, of course, today is your special day, and we thank you so much for sending in all of those dedications for your loved ones. It's time for us to celebrate your birthday.
Yeah, man, let's jump right in. We've got a ton to get through. We're going to start with a very happy birthday to Mika on her 19th birthday. Happy birthday, gorgeous girl. May you have an awesome day filled with love, laughter, and joy. And that's from your mommy and your sister, Ashley, both sending you huge amounts of love. Then wishing Heidi a very happy birthday as well. May you have a wonderful, wonderful day, you incredible young woman. Always remember to do good to feel good. Lots of love from Johan, Rabia, Zubaida, and AJ, and of course your broader Expresso family.
Absolutely. We would love to wish my son, Ellie Dunn, a happy second birthday. We're so grateful and blessed to have him in our lives because when he was born, they had to keep him in ICU for 2 weeks with underdeveloped lungs and pneumonia on his right lung and borderline premature. Wow, what a complicated birth that was. We prayed for our boy, and today he is our healthy, happy Spider-Man. And he looks gorgeous, God bless him.
Boy.
This is with love from Mom and Dad. Happy birthday, Eli. Then, Otlotleng Kotelo, a.k.a. Sambo, is turning 7 years old today, and we say, enjoy your new blessed age. Just always know that we adore you and love you, boy. And this is from Auntie Connie and Sesi Lindoguhle.
Then this one, I'm kind of mapping out this message. I love the forethought here. Sending a birthday wish to a very special friend. Her name is Promise Stembiso Hlabagane. And today is the first day of another 365/6. Now, this is an intelligent person writing this out. Today's journey be the shining thread in the beautiful tapestry of the world to make this year the best ever. That's such a beautiful message. Enjoy your day. May God bless and love you more. Thanks for the forethought going into that gorgeous message. And then a happy birthday to Jamie van Rienen. May God keep blessing you with his undying things. Love, blessings included in that, I'm sure. Enjoy your day, and that's from Auntie Gwen.
And also Tyler is turning 8 years old today, and happiest of birthdays to our big boy. Says the message, we're so proud of you every day and hope that you have a fantastic birthday. This is lots of love from Mom and Dad. Look at that, young Springbok.
Yeah, rock on, buddy.
Then Alicia Tia Ogle turns 1 year old today. Super cute. And we'd like to wish you a bigger and brighter future filled with love, peace, and favor. Love you so much. Stay blessed, baby girl. And this is from your family. Happy birthday, Alicia.
Oh, and this one's an extra special one. We're going to put you on a pedestal today. A big shout out to Gogo Bella. When we look at your eyes, we find that our eyes have so much resemblance. We wish we could inherit more of your qualities. Happy 92nd birthday, Grandma. We love you. Enjoy your day, Gogo. Absolutely beautiful. Oh, man. I love what they said, that their eyes are the same. That's beautiful, man. And then a happy 22nd birthday to our baby girl. Doesn't matter how old you are, still a baby girl. Danielle Mudley, wishing you a super awesome day. Love you lots and lots from your parents, Danny and Jenny, and your brother, Damien. Happy birthday, baby girl.
Excellent. Do send through those birthday wishes to birthdays@cordova.tv and also 0716406551. And who knows, you might be lucky enough on the day to get a special performance like this.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Expresso family. Whoa! Happy birthday to you.
The next brand ambassador starts 15th of August on SABC3.
I'm just here to show us the magic that lives inside of me.
I don't think it's going to be easy.
People think they know when they don't know.
Who did not pull their weight?
Just calm your farm. My heart sank.
It's on.
Tune in on Thursday, 15th of August to watch the launch episode of the highly anticipated new reality series, The Next Brand Ambassador. SABC3. The stage is yours.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to it. It is your feel-good breakfast show, Expresso, live right here on SABC3. It's a Thursday. We've got so much feel-good. It's a Thursday. Oh, that's a nice one. Thursday. We've got so much feel-good to give. But of course, we reflect on all the good that still needs to be done in the world. We do have an understanding that even the most popular, healthy and delicious bread and flour brand knows that neither man, woman nor child can live by bread alone.
Got to feed the mind, and this is why Sasco keeps wanting to add value to the lives of South Africans who have supported them. So they've done it again in their latest reading literacy project, which was just so cool, and it's certainly having a ripple effect across the land, as I found out firsthand.
Sasco, baking together since 1930.
The Sasco Siyazizana project was launched back in 2015 in Tembisa, where creches and daycare centers were collecting bread bags in return for much needed items like fridges and even chairs. Well, now in 2019, Siyazizana is now a nationwide project rolling out in a number of different communities. And as the needs of those various schools have evolved and changed, so too has the focus of Siyazizana, where now schools are collecting bread bags and flour bags in return for much needed educational items.
When brand ambassador Sasco Sam visits, he brings friends in the form of characters from an illustrated book. From Lazy Leopard to Rockstar Elephant, these books boost interest in reading and promote good values.
Jackie, so great to connect with you. So wonderful to see the kids enjoying, savoring the moment, loving Sasco Sam. The project since 2015 has evolved from dealing primarily with creches and dealing with vitally needed items to now branching out to schools and educational focus. What was the rationale there?
As we started in 2015, it was all about daycares and understanding what the critical needs are so that those caregivers can provide kids with the best care by making sure that they have the basic needs in place. And we gave away fridges, urns, mattresses so kids could sleep on, as well as tables and chair sets. Over the last 3-4 years, it's evolved because we've met those basic needs. And as such, the program has also evolved so that we've now shifted our focus to education and now further extended it to schools as well that participate, because we know kids don't always have books available for reading and for drawing, etc. We're 184 schools and counting. It's going on really, really great. We've already donated, I think it's about 50,000 and counting books. That equates to 1 million bags being recycled as well. Wow. Why the focus in kids? Because it's close to the brand, it's close to our hearts as well. Sasco is about a caring brand, we're about community.
A lot of the world these days just is all about ourselves, and everything is self-centered, and how far we can get in life and what we can get out of things for ourselves. And so I think these types of messages of doing something outside of yourselves, looking further than yourself, looking for children who are kind of excluded from the circles or sitting by themselves at break, all of that kind of stuff is really important to us, and just making sure everyone is included and welcomed.
My highlight for today was definitely being a part of the reading circle, connecting with some incredibly cool young people who clearly love reading, yes, but have a huge amount of respect for each other. I think that is something that's truly beautiful, something that I would imagine is quite difficult to teach or tell a child to do. They have to be shown that, so it speaks volumes to the way that the teachers operate here, and it really does bring to bear what this campaign is all about. It's about doing something for someone else, about helping them in a small way or maybe in a big way. And I've certainly been helped a lot. My mindset has been refreshed today meeting these incredibly awesome young people.
The idea behind this was creating a Sasco Sam collection of books that had morals and values that we could actually build in and incorporate that kids could learn, that was simple enough to learn.
Well, the Sasco Sam book that we read, I learned that you must always help your friends and always pick them up when they're feeling down.
Reading impacts so many different aspects of schooling, phonics, spelling, comprehension, all of that kind of stuff, and just as a foundation for life, being able to read and love reading and be able to gain knowledge from different sources rather than just kind of hearsay or from audio things. It's so important for them to be able to read and to comprehend what they're reading, to understand what they're reading. Super, super important. And so if we get to lay that foundation, it's quite an honor for us.
So school is good and it's fun, and I make lots of friends at school. I like reading because it's interesting and you learn more things from a book. Having Sasko Sam here today was incredible.
There is this really cool energy of generosity, of kindness, and that worked really well today. And I also really loved the reading elements that were brought in today, seeing children embrace and love reading in the same way that I do. That was really, really cool. Siyasizana. It means we are helping each other in isiZulu, and that is definitely the ethos of this project that is clearly making a visible difference, not just in the creches and schools it connects with, but most importantly in the lives and minds of the kids. They say it takes a village to raise a child, and we know that communities need to come together to tackle the myriad of social and environmental issues that we are facing at the moment, and this project certainly is testament to that. What a success story.
Sasko, baking together since 1930.
Well, in case you haven't noticed, it's right bang in the middle of the month, right? Which means budgets are super tight for everyone out there. But luckily, B will have brought that up with us once again to bring you a budget-friendly and very belly-filling leftover meal. Tacos is what we're making, filled with goodies that we like to find at home and ready to make in a quick flash. And time to eat, of course, right now. And I've got none other than Dade Johan Stemmert in the kitchen with me. And admittedly...
Who is an expert?
An expert.
Who is an expert
in the kitchen?
At boiling eggs, yes. Yes.
I was about
but
to say,
I'll give it a bash.
I've never seen you this nervous before.
This is not my comfort zone.
All right, it's going to be very
I'm
easy.
normally on that side eating.
Eating, exactly. But this is going to be very easy,
Okay,
like I said. So I'm going to show everyone how to make the tacos part of it over here along with our filling. Your responsibility will be our salsa, right? Which will contain all of these 4 ingredients and our red wine vinegar that you'll mix together with our zesty lemon flavor canola oil, right? And we'll go through that in a second, and then we'll go through how we package them together. So firstly, what you want to do is take your flour tortillas that you've got there, use a bowl or whatever plate that you've got to kind of just cut them up into nice sizes like that, and then the excess you're going to cut up into small little triangles, deep fry it, and then look at what you end up with over there in the corner. You can make your own nachos. Simple as that. Are you a fan of nachos at all?
Yeah. Well, I will be after today, definitely.
Absolutely. Okay, and then you've got your griddle pan that's already warmed up over here, and I'll actually do that last. First of all, I'm going to take some of our simply garlic canola oil here. It's garlic flavored. So I'm going to just get that into the pan. And while we do that, how about, Johan, you can start off there by making our salsa. So I've shown you the ingredients, right?
Okay. So we start with
right
the tomatoes and we go from there.
Yes, go with the tomatoes. Get them all in there. The corn is going to go in there as well. And the cucumber and the red onion. So firstly, I'm going to let our chicken get in there. And then we've got our Mexican flavors in our smoked paprika, cumin, and coriander that we pop in there. So when you are at home, Johan, and you are entertaining, what is your favorite thing to make?
I can braai a steak.
You can braai a steak?
Yes.
Yeah?
I can braai a steak. Not a good one, but I can braai a steak. And I'm very nervous. My wife shouldn't see me doing this. She might get ideas.
She might actually get some ideas.
So this is now time for the...
That is looking good. Have you added the lemon zesty flavored canola oil?
I haven't done that yet. Let's do that now.
All right, so you just basically want to get the chicken warmed up and get all of those beautiful spicy flavors incorporated. But of course, it's pre-cooked because this is leftover chicken that you would have had. So don't overcook it. You don't want it to dry up too much.
And how much do you put in of this?
Yeah, you're a professional chef. You know, you're an expert in this kind of field. You want just gebruik maar net jou eie initiatief.
And you just gooi.
There we go. And you mix it up nicely until it looks desirable. And then I'm going to pop some of these onto our griddle pan. There we go. It's quite hot. So you're going to just allow it to do its thing over there. And of course, I need to add some salt and pepper to taste. They say you never trust a chef who doesn't season. So salt and pepper. So when you braai your steak, what's your secret?
Okay, so the secret of braiing a good steak is you call your wife and you say, I think the flames are ready. No, actually, I'll tell you, you put it on 30 seconds on the one side, 30 seconds on the other side.
Yeah.
And then you take it off I think.
So you still like your steak very much alive?
Oh no, 1 minute on this side, 1 minute on that side.
The whole recipe just changed. But of course, if you're going to be making this kind of meal at home, which is very much not alive, of course, our secret ingredient that we're using right now, or both of them over here, is our Be Well canola oil, and it's endorsed by the Heart and Stroke Foundation of South Africa, carries the Cancer Smart Choice seal as well, and from a diet and health point of view, it's high in vitamin E, omega-3s as well, so it can help with all kinds of health conditions as well. So I am going to take a moment just to kind of check on how these are doing. Oh, look at that, looking fantastic.
You're good.
Thank you. Well, I mean, when you are entertaining Ndade Johan Stemmet, you've got to make sure you perform.
That was now 30 seconds one side, 30 seconds.
It was about exactly.
Yeah, I just got my steak and my...
Your tortillas mixed up a little bit. All right, so you're going to let these do their thing. And then over here, with your nachos that you made, of course, from the excess tortillas, you're going to be mixing some avo and mayo, just to kind of give you that mousse that you can dip into at the end of the day. Now, I'm going to pack these out because you and I are going to make our own tacos, and you can fill them just as you like, and that's what you generally do, right?
You're going to be saying after this, he couldn't even mix this properly. or was this right like this?
That looks absolutely perfect. Okay. So this should be quite right. Lovely. I'm going to leave this in here in a little boat plate like that for you, and you can SMS the keyword BeWell to 33728, and we'll send you all that you need to make yours at home. Have you added the red wine vinegar into it?
No.
You need to do that. Otherwise, you don't have the flavor. There we go. So how do you normally stack your tacos? Do you want the meat filling first, or do you want the salsa first? I think let's go with this. You can take some of that guacamole over there, and using that teaspoon over there, just give us a nice lashing on top of each one of those.
So this goes on first?
Yes. Maar maak hom mooi, Johan.
Ek weet nie om hierdie goed te maak. I told you before we started, where's
like
the eggs? Because I can boil an egg.
An egg could actually be a very good inclusion into this. All right.
Now does this look? Is this okay?
Did like bye-bye mooi for me. And then I'm going to come in here with the chicken. And then you got to be ready with the salsa.
What does it go on immediately?
Ja, dit gaan aan die heel einde is. Just like this, like that. That looks good. Nice and freshly made. How does that look so far? Does that make you feel hungry? You can add some of this.
That goes now? No.
Almost. Well, look,
I'm so desperate to do what I'm supposed to do.
You've been waiting for this one moment.
I just want to do this thing.
Just make it look pretty. And you can go in any order that you please anyway. The messier, the better, I always find. Here we go. Just like that. And then you can add the salsa topping at the end. Go ahead, please.
This goes now.
Goes now on top.
This is my moment.
This is the moment we have all been waiting for. Ladies and gentlemen, Ndade Johan Stemmet with the salsa on the taco. He's done it. He's done it. So it's as simple as that. SMS the keyword BeWell to 33728, and in the middle of a month like this, where the budgets are extremely tight with the leftovers that you have in your kitchen, you can make this pretty simply, and everyone will enjoy healthy, nutritious, and delicious. Would you like to taste it?
Phew, I never eat my own food.
Really? Well, this is the first time. You take that one, I'll take this one.
How do you eat this thing?
So what you do is you take the one side.
Yes,
okay?
yes.
And the other side, and you make it like that.
Yes.
Okay. And then you pick it up. You can pick it up with the boat. Makes it easier. And then you just crunch in there.
And then you just go.
Go.
It's lovely. That I don't buy. That I mixed, but the rest is the rest is lovely.
SMS BeWell to 33728. Ladies and gentlemen, Ndade Johan Stemmet, come on.
Well, from those delicious, delectable delicacies in the kitchen to the symphony of success that is represented in the new superstar team behind Noot for Noot, relaunching tonight with much vigor. We're putting it to you guys to be a part of our very own Expresso-style Noot for Noot game show this morning. So we had a beat that we were playing. Can I ask you, TJ, to play the beat again?
Yes, I can.
And we're going to put it out there, and we were putting it to you guys at home. If you could guess this particular song by the iconic band Steppenwolf. So we've got the beat, and we all had the same thing in mind. Will it be right? We don't know. Natalie's saying, born to be wild, stepping into emo. See what you did there. Louise Ganger saying Born to be Wild. Naughty saying Born to be Wild. Philippine Seister, she's on the money. Murphy saying Born to be Wild. Keisha saying Born to be Wild. That's my favorite answer of them all. Yusuf Galan saying Born to be Emo. I don't know if that's a real song. So every single person has said Born to be Wild.
Come on.
DJ Shell, what is the vibe?
Born to be wild.
Born to be wild.
Yeah, baby. Congratulations to absolutely every viewer who has ever watched our show. You've got it on the money today.
Well done.
Don't forget that you can see the real deal, the real Noot for Noot, tonight at 7 o'clock on SABC2. See this new superstar dynamic at work. You can start warming up your voices, planning what you're going to wear, how you're going to sing, how you're going to be involved, while we take a quick break. Pump it up, girl. Pump it up.
Born to be wild.
This is Season 9 of Tropica Island of Treasure. Welcome to Curacao in the Caribbean. Buy Tropica and come find your smooth fame and fortune. Audition online now to compete with your favorite celeb, and you could join us in paradise and stand a chance to win your share of a smooth 1 million rand. Grab a Tropica for details and see you in paradise.
The more Tropica you buy, the more chances you have to win hundreds of thousands of prizes. Tropica, nothing smoother.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. This is your Feel Good Breakfast Show, a Thursday morning, the start of a brand new day, and it's so good to be in your company. And also quite lovely to be updating you on some of the latest tech news that we found to be quite interesting out there. Of course, we know China.
Hey, China.
China scoffs at cryptocurrencies. They don't like them, and they try to regulate them out of existence within their borders. But while we know that this isn't completely possible simply due to the nature of decentralized cryptocurrencies themselves, no independent businesses have been able to trade in the crypto industry in China. That being said, the Chinese company, or government rather, which is a kind of company, isn't unwilling to experiment with the concept of cryptocurrencies, with China's official digital currency set to be launching very soon.
Now you see.
Yeah, exactly. So the People's Bank of China have revealed that its digital currency, and I quote unquote, can now said to be ready after 5 years of work. And according to their deputy chief, this won't merely just be a state-sanctioned attempt at cryptocurrencies, as the sheer size of China's population and the economy need a much more robust and complex solution. He's also added that it won't rely entirely on blockchain, that really is the backbone of what cryptocurrencies are formed on, because of a lack of throughput that is needed for the implementation of a truly scalable system to accommodate their particular needs. So China will soon have their own cryptocurrencies, not entirely cryptocurrency,
but they'll make it work. No, I mean, if they've been able to control social media within the country with a population that large, you know that they're going to be able to get this right.
But without the blockchain thing, or the 100% blockchain infrastructure, how then do you then form the trust? Because that's what cryptocurrency is.
Yeah, no, but they said, no, we're never doing blockchain, now we're doing blockchain. No, I mean, we're never doing crypto, now they're doing crypto. No, we're never doing blockchain, but now actually we are doing blockchain. So we'll see. So let's stay in China, in fact, and a Chinese company that has said in an announcement that they are working on and are about to launch a smartphone with a 108 megapixel camera. Yes, you heard me correctly. 108 megapixels. So to put it into context, we currently have smartphones with a maximum of only, and I say stress only, 48 megapixels. It seems like a bit of a stretch, doesn't it? I mean, it seems impossible actually, but perhaps not. So given how good smartphone photography has become, the quantum leap that we've seen just over the last year, giving serious smartphone photographers raw images with a higher pixel density does certainly make sense. They can then edit that photo as they would from a DSLR or a mirrorless camera. The digital is just, it's like IMAX. We've gone IMAX.
That's madness.
Where several years ago we reiterated that megapixel count isn't as important as the quality of the sensor and software processing. We're now coming to a kind of a convergence where the image quality is so good that increasing the megapixel count can make a substantial difference. Do you want to see your face in that much detail? I don't know. What do you think of a phone with a 108 megapixel camera? If you're a photographer, digital photographer, let us know. Be sure to let us know on all of our social media platforms what you think about anything that we've spoken about.
For me, what's cool about this is the access. So if you can't necessarily afford to, let's say, buy...
Drop 10 grand
on a DSLR camera, maybe this could be a way in which you can have both your communication device and a very, very cool device to shoot photos on.
The last Olympics predominantly was shot on smartphones. Most of the footage that circled around the world over the last Olympics was shot on smartphones.
Let that inform your decisions today.
108 though, come on.
Wow.
Get an insurance quote and stand a chance to win one of 6 Samsung S10 smartphones. Simply SMS the keyword INSURE to 31492 for a callback and quote, and you could be a winner.
Now, anyone who's ever run a business will tell you that surviving in the world of business is extremely cutthroat, with competitors around every corner. Opening up your own business is certainly not for the faint-hearted. Now, Grandpa Spaza Academy winner Lebogang Lekwepe knows to survive in the business world, you have to know more than just your competition, but you also have to be continuously upskilling yourself and your staff. Now, we went and paid a visit to Lebogang Spaza shop out in Katlehong to see just how the academy has helped him.
Lebogang Lekwepe believes in the importance of upskilling himself and finding creative ways of remaining competitive in the market. And as a winner of the 2019 Grandpa Spaza Academy, we are here today in Katlehong to visit his supermarket and find out just how he's transformed his business through the help of the academy.
We started off in September of last year, and so far it's going well. Obviously, it has its ups and downs. It's a family business. We took it over from my wife's family, and we started to run it.
The Academy believes in investing in the skills and knowledge of these business owners, giving them the opportunity for a better tomorrow.
In Foster's this year, we had a total of 60 people that attended the program. We started off with 40 and then broke it down to 20 for our boot camps. Lebogang came into the academy with very low confidence levels. He found difficulty in pitching his business and talking about his business, but he had a really great idea. One of his ideas was to actually grow his business into a franchising opportunity and open up different branches around his community. But the way he struggled to communicate that and to kind of articulate his challenges and how he wanted his business to grow posed a challenge for him. By the end of the program, he gave a very good, successful pitch, and he's looking to open more branches around his community.
My experience in the Grandpa Spas Academy, at first I was a bit skeptical when they came to the store to give me an invite. But then when I started to attend the workshops, I actually realized it was quite beneficial. I started to learn a lot, and it was also a refresher course based on what I did as a field of study in business management. So it helped me quite a lot in terms of also trying to restructure my business and seeing how it can also grow. How the Academy helped me run my business more efficiently is that in terms of getting to know my customers and getting to actually have a niche market, you know, it helped me in terms of that. So I started to look at my store and see what other stores around me are not doing that I'm doing and how I can capitalize on that. So for instance, something like vegetables, something simple, but it's an everyday thing, which I noticed that other stores around me are not selling vegetables. The skills that I learned through the course are important because number one, as a business person, you need to also grow. You know, and with growing, it comes with education and learning more, you know, from your surroundings, from workshops like the Grandpa Spas Academy introduced to us. How I try to be better than my competition in my community is that I interact with my community, number one. So I try to spark up conversation with my customers, try to find out what actually do they want, you know, from us, rather than just putting something on the shelves and hoping that they'll buy.
Owning a business is no easy task, with daily challenges and different skills needed to operate a successful business, but it's the passion to succeed that keeps us going strong.
The people in my community and the township as a whole, they mean quite a lot to me. Without them, we wouldn't be here. What we offer is that we sell your general day-to-day goods, such as your vegetables, your pap, your rice, and we also do magunya in the mornings. What the business means to me and my family, it's quite an emotional story. It was started by my father-in-law, who unfortunately lost his life due to cancer. So when he lost his life due to cancer, the shop started to take a dip. I used to work as a business executive consultant. So I decided, you know what, let me come and take over together with my wife and two other shareholders to carry on with the legacy. My definition of success comes through the help of others. I am what I am today because of people who stood by me, people who believed in me when I didn't believe in myself also. It's not just through my work, but everyone else who's involved in the journey, they bring success.
I think his skills are important to Lebogang because his business is so important to him. I mean, he mentioned that this supermarket is a legacy that his wife's father left for them. That's why these skills will go a long way in making sure that the business lives on so that he can leave it to his children and the next generation. I think the bigger purpose of GPSA is to make sure that spaza shops in the townships, in their communities, have the best shot at making a success of their business. Investing in young entrepreneurs has the power to drive social change. And with academies such as this, we definitely are on the right track to making a difference in township economies.
Lebogang, you know, we know that spaza shops play such an important role in our communities. And if you have a spaza shop or you know someone who does have a spaza shop and you're interested in finding out more about the Grandpa Spaza Academy and how you can get involved, then contact 076 666 3173 and you too can transform your business. That's 076 666 3173. And on that note, while you get SMSing, we'll take a quick break.
Grandpa Spas Acting Pain Relief.
It's ready to work in 10 seconds.
Grandpa, trusted for over 100 years.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
A very warm welcome back to it. It is your feel-good breakfast show. It's Expresso live right here on SABC3. Now, when it comes to the world of investments, we know that investing in a versatile wardrobe can save you time and money in the long run. So be sure to take note of our fashion series up next, where today we talk about seasonal skirts and timeless style. And a while back, Zoe, who we absolutely miss, caught up with our favorite fashionista, Alexis May, to chat all things about the feminine skirt. Check this out.
Skip Washing Liquid and Siemens washing machines, they understand just how precious your wardrobe is to you, which is why we're sharing this fashion care series. It's called Investment Dressing every Thursday here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show, and making sure your fashion favorites look like new for longer. And today we welcome back a fashion expert, Alexis May. She's in studio, and it's all about the flirty skirts that we're talking about, the most flattering styles you need in your closet, and how to style them up for every occasion. Alexis, good to have you back.
Lovely to be here.
Oh, well, listen, we are talking about the flirty skirt. You are wearing one right now. It is my absolute favorite. When it comes to actual trends around the flirty skirt, what are they at the moment?
So this season, there really is a skirt for everybody. Pleats are back for another season.
I don't think they should ever go away.
So if you love pleats, they're here probably to stay forever, who knows. But aside from that, this season the pleated skirt is a little bit longer. So you're looking from, just below the knee, even to ankle length. So it's a slightly lower kind of cut. And then aside from that, we've also got exotic prints, scarf prints. So you can expect to see some really eye-catching designs on like silky slip skirt. Also asymmetrical cuts, side slits coming in some sarong wrap styles as well.
Okay, you weren't lying when you said there's literally a style
for everybody type, definitely.
There's something for everyone. Now, when it comes to choosing the right styles, especially if this is going to be one of your investment pieces, what should we be looking out for, especially the ones that would be most flattering?
Well, I think if you're building a capsule wardrobe, I think you need to tick off the boxes. You need a short skirt, and how short is completely up to you and your taste preferences and your body. Mid skirt, so something that's on the knee or just below, and then a long maxi skirt. And I always say skirts should not be tight or restrictive in any way, so they need to flatter your body. I believe if you've got curves, you should work with them. So clean lines, minimal additions to the skirt, versus if you are more slender shape and you actually want to add some flounce to your silhouette, that's when you go for, your more structured pleats, pocket detail, and something that gives you a bit more shape.
I like that. Now, I love wearing my skirts with, you can wear it with a cool tee or a button-up shirt, but how can we maximize the skirt to really make sure we have so much versatility around the one or two items in our closet?
So skirts are extremely feminine. So some people feel that they look quite dressy for the day. So how I like to pair them up is to make them a little bit more edgy. So you're pairing them maybe with a biker jacket, with a t-shirt, with sneakers. And then for the office, you know, maybe if it's a pencil skirt, you're going to go with a blazer. If you have a very masculine wardrobe, lots of shirts and jackets that are already existing in your wardrobe, you know, pairing it with a skirt can give it a totally different dimension and make it a lot more feminine. I think the rule is don't ever, for any item in your closet, categorize it. So won't say, okay, sequin skirts are only for the evening, or a pencil skirt is only for the office. You need to start to open your mind of how you can mix and match that item with other items in your closet for 100 versatile looks. So it's pairing that sequin skirt with sneakers. It's pairing that pencil skirt with a cool top for the evening out. It's just about, you know, maximizing what you have and just seeing it as a piece in a series that you can put together.
And I think we're all guilty of that. We're like, this is my office clothing, this is my going out clothing, this is my staying home clothing. I'm guilty of that. Now, Alexis, what is the best way we can mix and match our textures when it comes to the flirty skirt?
So mixing textures in an outfit is honestly the easiest way to make your look more expensive looking. It's all about pairing combinations in a harmonious way. So it's mixing that silky skirt with a knitted top. It's taking sequins with a cotton tee. It's about mixing denim with lace. And when you've got those two textures in your look, remember, you don't have to go over the top now with accessories. So you can be really simple with your accessories, but I do think that a beautiful statement shoe always finishes off your skirt so beautifully.
Oh, I love that. I'm looking at your skirt. This is a leather skirt?
It is an imitation leather. I love it because it gives the pleat so much structure. I am quite a petite girl, small in stature, so I like my outfits to have lots of presence.
And it's a bold statement for sure.
And it's black, my favorite color.
Well, Alexis, thank you so much for joining us this morning. And of course, we were talking all things flirty skirts, and a beautiful skirt. It really adds that instant femininity to your look. And you can also, you know, wear it in a multitude of different ways over many seasons. So you don't waste your investment by slipping up on your washing routine. Now we head on over to the Siemens studio for some savvy wash care tips to keep our skirts looking like new.
I'm here today with Nicole Driver from Siemens in order for us to learn and get some expert advice on how to take care of that flirty skirt. We all know skirts need an extra TLC when it comes to the wash. What settings would you recommend?
Siemens puts a lot of research into the different textiles of clothing when creating our wash programs. A flirty skirt can be pleated or silk. We recommend that you follow the garment care instructions on the piece of clothing. A flirty skirt will need a gentle wash on a quick cycle at a low temperature. If it is pleated, we recommend that you do not spin this garment at all.
Is there a detergent that you think would best work for our delicate items?
Siemens recommends using Skip Perfect Delicates. This is perfect for a delicate flirty skirt as it will look after your garment but still give you the best washing result.
Skip Delicates uses fiber care technology to help protect your fabrics against deterioration, leaving your clothes looking like new for longer. Dirt and stains are removed without damaging the fibers, so you can rock your flirty skirt confidently wash after wash. Don't forget to check the care label for more information on how best to care for your clothing.
Listen, where have you been? It's been such a lit Thursday morning on your Feel Good Breakfast.
Yay.
Of course, exactly. Listen, if you don't know yet, a new era of television is being ushered in tonight. As season 44 of Noord vir Noord with its new co-hosts Emo Adams and DJ Shelly premieres at 7 p.m. on SABC2. And they're joining us to play some fun and games on our Feel Good Breakfast show to give you a bit of a taste teaser of what you can expect tonight. So, intro game is the one that we are going to play right now. Emo, how does intro game work?
Are you guys ready for the next one?
Yes.
You guys know the rules and the regulations? Bring it on, Emo.
I am ready, but
You know the rules and the regulations?
do you want to reiterate?
So it's the intro game.
Yeah.
You only get the intro of the song.
Yeah.
If you give me the title, I give you 200 Rand off the next Uber ride.
Woo!
That's not true.
I'll be writing for free for you.
That's not true at all. Or if you don't know the song, we can help you with the melody for 100 rand. Are you ready?
I have to pay you.
Well, that's basically how it works. Because how do you expect me to go home?
Okay.
I got a lift coming here, people. Help me help you. Intro game starting now. Let's go. What is the title, Katlego?
Oh! Wait, and is it
5, 4,
low?
3.
Getting low? When you bend it's down, when
What?
it's getting low.
No, you are repeating the wrong thing and hoping that it will sound right. It just doesn't. Demiso, do you know?
I don't know.
I know the song, but I just don't know the.
Okay, I heard some of the crew.
Missing you.
I heard some of the crew
I know
shouting
the
it.
song. I can't
The
think right
title
now.
is Let Her Go.
Let her go, that's what I said.
Love some
And it's when you let her go.
Do you know who's the artist?
Who sings the song?
Do you know who sings the song?
It's the young guys.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen.
Justin Bieber? No?
Ladies and gentlemen, we have now learned how to not play this game. Right.
This is like a beta test
And that
for the
is
show.
why
We're just sorting out
we are
the
going to
kinks
move
here.
on to the next one. Hopefully, the artist is passenger.
This is the song.
I was well.
When you're getting low.
I've never heard three people collectively singing the wrong lyrics at the same time. It is amazing. Yes, so the next intro, are you guys ready?
Yes.
Focus, get into the game. Get it, got it, good. DJ Shelly, cup it.
Good here.
What is the title? Katlego, you were first.
That is. I
know
No, you can't keep it.
No!
Oh my goodness.
The artist is Shakira. And
Everyone knows that. Everyone knows that.
Wait.
No, okay.
Wherever.
I would have gotten it wrong.
Finally, you got it right. You got it right, Katlego, but there is a question.
Yes.
For bonus point.
Yes.
Ooh, doesn't he have to give you $100
Bonus point means that
Pay later.
you don't have to make your own coffee today.
Okay, awesome. I'm ready
He
for
never
this.
does
Die
anyway.
vraag is, en watter liedjies sê Shakira, I never really knew that she could dance like this. You're not allowed to say,
knew that she could dance like this.
What
My
song is
hips
that?
don't lie.
Hips don't lie. There we go.
Como se llama? Bonita.
Freak.
Picasa.
Freak. Shakira.
I'm ready for this new season. I'm ready.
All right, guys. This is the last one.
Okay.
Whoever wins this point wins the game.
Oh, okay.
Listen,
That's what you say, but I know it sounds a bit
listen,
hectic.
Katlego, jy kan nie my sê hoe ek die game speel nie. Ek wou my eie reëls op.
Ek klaar, dit is fyn.
Nee, maar jy lyk baie upset all of a sudden.
Bring that on.
Bring it on. I'm loving this. DJ Shelly, is jy gereed? Ons kap het.
He's not competitive at all. So.
If you don't get this one, I mean, come on.
Ja. Okay, Kat was first again.
What's wrong with the world, mama? Black Eyed Peas.
What is the
Where
title?
is the love?
Where is the love? What's the
Hey, drama.
All right.
Only attracted to things that are bringing you drama.
That doesn't mean you win the game. Come on. Doesn't mean you win the game yet. Only when you know.
It's a sudden.
Maar daar's 'n keukel in die kabel.
You just made up an extra rule. Okay.
This is how it goes.
I feel like you're not trying to give Kat the prize.
Well,
Is that what's happening
I
here?
feel like you're right.
It's fine.
Maar dit is net om te check waar as jy die knowledge as jy dinge ken. Okay, so the question is for extra bonus point for you, and if you get it wrong and you only have 2 seconds to answer.
You owe him like $500 now.
Because this guy sings the entire song and then he's like trying to get to the title. That is not how you play the game. Okay.
Wat is die vraag?
Die vraag is in watter realiteitsprogram rig Will I Am saam met Olie Maas af?
The Voice.
The Voice. That's not the voice, kid. But let's go see now. Give it to Katlego, ladies and gentlemen.
So much fun here. We've still got lots more with the new co-hosts of South Africa's season of 44 of Note for Note on SABC3. It's all happening tonight at 7 p.m. All fun and games. Yes, get together up until we come back after the break. Yeah, see you just now. We'll see you after the break. Hey, 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 hey. Welcome back to it. It is your feel-good breakfast show. It's Expresso on a Thursday. Yay, so much fun and games with the Nuot for Nuot season 44 premieres tonight on SABC 2 at 7 p.m. You want to make sure that you don't catch it. So much more fun and games coming our way. Right now, it's time for us to check out the news.
And here are your news headlines at the top of the hour. The new head of the domestic branch of the State Security Agency, Advocate Mahlodi Mofe, said illegal immigration is the biggest threat to the country. Mofe says all the people entering the country must be documented. Meanwhile, Lammy's 40th birthday celebrations and World Elephant Day at Joburg Zoo on Monday were marred by scenes of highly stressed elephants. Audrey Delsink, Humane Society International Africa Wildlife Director, said the zoo's actions were, quote, shocking. On the international front, Nigeria's President Muhammadu Buhari has told the central bank to stop providing funding for food imports. Meanwhile, Beijing yesterday slammed terrorist-like attacks on its citizens by pro-democracy protesters in Hong Kong during a third day of chaos at the city's airport. Meanwhile, China has refused to grant a U.S. Navy warship permission to make a port call in Hong Kong. And finally, with schools in the United States starting again yesterday after almost 3 months of summer holidays, a group of moms in Florida are going viral with their hilarious back-to-school celebration pictures. Now, the 4 moms decided to take the pics after seeing everyone else post back-to-school pictures. Now, 38-year-old Shauna Genua said while they were sad too, they were also celebrating. Between the 4 of them, she says they have 18 kids which have been home since May. And they are, quote, so ready for them to go back to school, she said. So we wish to let everybody know who's posting pictures on Facebook. Why are you so sad? We are free again. I'll take that into your Thursday morning at the start of a brand new day. Let's take a look, or one last look at the sports headlines with Graham.
Sparking some controversy, Skulk Brits will captain the Springboks while regular skipper Siya Kolisi does return to the team. That's when the Springboks face Argentina in their once-off friendly match. It's preparation for the World Cup, now under a month away. That happening at Loftus Versfeld over the weekend. Plenty of action in the football roster. Midweek PSL action saw wins for Bidvest Wits and SuperSport United, while the reigning champions Mamelodi Sundowns, they were held to a 1-1 draw by Chippa United at the Nelson Mandela Bay Stadium in PE. And a little further afield, but staying with the beautiful game, Liverpool won the 2019 edition of the UEFA Super Cup for the 4th time now in their history. That was after beating Chelsea 5-4 on penalties after a 2-2 draw in Istanbul last night. And that's a wrap of your sport for this morning.
Thank you very much, G-Man. Let's take a final look at your roads right now. We start off in KwaZulu-Natal and Durban, where there has been a multi-vehicle accident on the N2 highway that's between Umdloti and Sibaya Road. Multiple lanes are obstructed and heavy congestion can be expected in both directions. So please do make use of alternative routes this morning. And in Gauteng and Bedfordview on the N3 northbound, there has been an accident. That's after the Gululis interchange, obstructing the right lane. So please approach with caution. And if you are off to the trains, well, the T3203 train is cancelled between Fairgrove and Strand Station. Commuters are advised to disembark the train and wait for the T3205 train to Strand. And that's where we leave it for this morning. Now we take a look at your weather, but first a look at your sunrise pictures. Thank you so much, Kensani Gacheni, for your sunrise from Bushbuck Ridgeyard in Mpumalanga, and Pat Harris for your sunrise picture from Kleinbos in the Eastern Cape, as well as Nombulelo Gama for your stunning picture out in Soweto. Lastly, Nancy Govender for your sunrise picture from Umkomas in KZN. Stunning pictures. Let's do it once again bright and early tomorrow morning using that hashtag Expresso Show. And now those temperatures across the country, starting off in Polokwane with a really cold start to the morning. Your low today 6, reaching a high of 23 degrees. If you're out in Mbombela, your minimum is 11, reaching a max of 25 degrees. Pretoria, you've got plenty of sunshine today. 9, your low, reaching a high of 25. If you're out in Johannesburg, it is 9, your low, reaching a high of 24. Nice and sunny day there for you. Northeasterly wind traveling at 17 kilometers per hour for Mahikeng, 10 and 27. Klerksdorp, your low is 7, reaching a high of 28. Kimberley, a sunny day there, starting off at 8, peaking at 28 degrees. degrees. Oh, Bloemfontein, you've got the lowest temperatures in the country today. 2 is your low, reaching a high of 25. And if you're in Richards Bay, 13 and 25. Pietermaritzburg, 10, your low, reaching a high of 25. Durban, you've got northeasterly winds traveling at 17 kilometers per hour with a low of 15, reaching a high of 22 degrees. Mthatha, 7, your low, reaching a high of 26. And East London, high humidity today, 12 and 24. Craddock, 6, peaking at 28 degrees. Port Elizabeth, 11 and 23. And if you're out in George, it's 8 and 22 for you. High humidity for Sutherland, 8, your minimum. You will peak at 23 degrees. Cape Town, the mother city, 11 and 19. Worcester, 8, peaking at 26. And Springbok, you start off at 16, reaching a high of 30 degrees. Lastly, Uppington, the highest temperatures in the country today. 12 is your minimum, reaching that high of 33 degrees. That's where we leave it for today on this beautiful Thursday. Wherever you are, make it a beautiful day.
Now, we are calling all wine lovers out there. The Nedbank Cape Winemakers Guild Showcase is back, and you're invited to meet the winemakers, pour a glass and enjoy the beautiful stories behind some of South Africa's most prominent wines and winemakers alike. And here to tell us all about this year's showcase is Nedbank's Group Executive for Marketing and Corporate Affairs, Kensani Nobanda. Great to have you here this morning.
Thank you for having me.
It's been a wonderful Thursday, hasn't it? The energy on the studio.
The energy is amazing. We're not for nothing.
And I'm sure such is the energy that you are experiencing with the team as well with this year's fantastic showcase. But for those that aren't really too familiar with the Cape Winemakers Guild and how Nedbank got involved with them, give us a bit of background.
So the Cape Winemakers Guild is basically a collection of maximum 50 winemakers, and the aim of it is to make sure that South African wine competes with the best in the world. It's about raising the quality and the standards of South African wine.
Yeah. So when you are there and you attend what will be the main event in the auction, you'll be able to buy some very exclusive wine bottles, right?
Absolutely. You can't get these wines anywhere else but at the auction showcase itself, which is fantastic, because what the winemakers do is they might create other wines, so for example Graham Beck, but they will create specific special wines for the guild itself.
Absolutely.
So you can only get them at the showcase.
Yeah. So why did Nedbank decide to get involved with this initiative?
Look, I think, for us, in the context of growing the economy of South Africa, we all know that agriculture is an important part of that. And if our wine industry grows, obviously it creates jobs and all of that. So it's really a part of living our purpose of using our financial expertise to do good.
Yeah, and it also expands to other industries as well, because if the wine industry is doing very well, that attracts the wine lovers from all across the world to come and explore and to tour.
Absolutely.
All of that entailed in it as well. But a very important part of this project and this initiative is also the protege program. What does that entail exactly?
Obviously the wine industry at the moment, as much as it's been working hard to transform, it's not at the levels that we want it to be. So the protege program is about getting young people, both from a racial perspective as well as from a gender perspective, to really be able to grow and become, the big and famous winemakers. So that's really what the program is about.
Yeah. Some success stories perhaps that have come from the program where it's been successful?
So we've got a young man, literally from Limpopo, who's created some fantastic...
That's no wine country at all.
Where does he know wine? But he's created some really beautiful red wines. He's just come back from Australia, where he did harvest there, learning more about wine, and his dream is to create his own wine brand.
Wow.
So we really want to help support him to do that.
That's extraordinary. So we might actually be buying his wine one day, and it might be seen, or it might be a collector's item.
It might be a collector's item.
So to those who might see themselves as future winemakers, future wine enthusiasts, maybe those that might even want to go into the industry and one day become a master sommelier, how do you get involved in something like the protege program?
So if you go to nedbankcwg.co.za, you'll get more information. You obviously have to apply for it and go through an interview process and all of that, but I think you can get all the information there. But for some of us who know we're not going to be winemakers and just want to drink it
and enjoy
it, you can actually go to the showcase, which is tonight at the Cape Town ICC, and next week, Wednesday, at our Nedbank offices in Rivonia. Beautiful offices. So you'll enjoy wine and get great views.
So talk to us a bit more about the event. Is it just simply about booking a ticket and going to the showcase, or is there anything else that you kind of need to make sure that you have with you or book ahead of the time before you get to the event?
It's as simple as booking a ticket, which you can get on web ticket, or again go to nedbankcwg.co.za. But what you'll get there is all the wines that the Cape wine, the Guild winemakers have actually made from the last couple of seasons. You'll get to taste them on that day.
Wow.
So actually, and you know what I love about our showcase
Do tell.
is you actually have the winemaker there.
Yes.
So you can have a story and a discussion with the winemaker about what inspired him. So it's not just a wine show where there's just a salesperson trying to
Yes,
sell you a bottle of
exactly.
wine. You can really get to the depth of the story. So you can enjoy it tonight at the CTICC. Yeah.
What have been some of your favorite wines to hear about and to taste and to experiment with?
So one of the longest serving winemakers who actually retired last year makes Le Riche Cabernet Sauvignon. We call him the Cab Sav King of South Africa. And and I think, his final wine last year was so beautiful. I've got a couple of bottles at home. I'm not saying you must come, but I'm just saying.
I'll take that as an open-ended invite. Choose to not use. But thank you so much, Priyansani, for joining us. And good luck with the show. I know that a lot of strings have been working together. A lot of bodies been working together to make this a massive success. And as we said early on, and as you said early on, for the promotion of not just the wine industry, but for the greater growth of the economy. And it's great to have Nedbank also involved in making this happen, painting the future a little bit brighter for our country. Thank you so much. So tickets for the 2019 Nedbank Cape Winemakers Showcase can be purchased via webtickets.co.za, which includes a free tasting glass for the event, which you will put to use, believe you me. The Cape Town Showcase is happening tonight, and the Johannesburg Showcase is taking place on the 21st of August. So do get your tickets, and for more information, you can also visit nedbankcwg.co.za. On that note, we're going to take a quick little break, but we do continue the feel good on the other side.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. This is your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's a Thursday morning, the start of a brand new day. Thanks for joining us. Now, with a social media following of over 1.3 million fans, she's got South Africa eating out of the palm of her hand. She's not only well established as an actress, a singer, an MC, and a presenter, but also one of the 6 celebrity contestants that have been chosen to compete for her share of a smooth fame and fortune on tropical island of treasure, Curacao. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome the lovely, the inimitable Simpiwe Ngema is in the studio.
Tropical Island of Treasure winner.
Yes. Oh, proclaiming yourself already.
Of course.
Good to see you again.
Thank you.
Are you well?
Thank you. I'm good. Thank you.
I hope that you are as excited as we all are for the new season.
I am. I'm so excited to just sit in my bikini the whole day.
Well, unfortunately, it doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. But listen, because right now, entries are open. People are kind of pledging their allegiances and saying, this is the team I want to join, this is the team I want to join. And so we're giving everyone out there a chance to get to know you a little bit better. And for those that don't know your story, you made your start in acting on Muvango.
Yes, Muvango was actually my second production.
That was your second? What was your first?
My first production was The Game. I was actually 16.
You were 16 years old. And so has acting just always been in your blood and always been a passion of yours?
Definitely, definitely. I've always known that I wanted to be an entertainer. So I was that kid that would always watch TV and imitate everyone that's on.
Yeah.
It's definitely
And
that
how
kid.
did that opportunity come about for you?
I remember I saw auditions for The Lion King. I went for the auditions for singing and acting.
In The Lion King?
Yes.
And what part were you auditioning for? That's crazy.
I didn't get The Lion
How
King.
did Beyonce get that part and you didn't?
Imagine!
What is this world coming to?
All Simpiwe Ngema.
What did you audition for?
I was auditioning for Nala.
For Nala?
Yeah.
And what did your audition go like?
It was great.
Yeah?
It was great. But I was obviously cast for the game. And that was even greater because I got to act alongside the likes of Cindy Latu, Mary Twala, you know, big names. And I remember my first day on stage was amazing.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
If you didn't kind of get the drift that I was going with right now, I was trying to get you to get to the part where you were auditioning as Nala and singing Can You Feel the Love Tonight? 3, 2, 1. And can you feel
the love tonight?
Tonight.
Oh!
Beyonce, step back. Step back. We got some pure and Gemma here.
Sims.
But listen, and here you are now on Isidingo. Congratulations on that
Thank
gig.
you.
Where you're reprising the role of Pindile Shezi.
Yes.
What's that experience like for you being part of one of South Africa's most popular shows?
Jeez, like that has been so amazing because I grew up watching Isidingo, and being on it is out of this world, you know, and I get to act with a lot of people that are passionate about what they do. The directors, my co-star Mutlati Mafati. And our storyline has been really hectic.
People are loving it.
Really hectic. There's been a lot of drama and there's still a lot of drama coming.
Do you feel like all of these roles you've played and all of the gigs you've been involved in have somehow and somewhat prepared you for what you're about to take on Tropical Island of Treasure?
Yes.
Yeah?
Definitely.
The cunningness, the...
Definitely. Drama, number one. There's
So
always
you bring in the drama.
I'm bringing the drama and the energy.
Yeah, yeah.
The long working hours.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Yes, you've got to be prepared for that.
Exactly.
Yeah. Something that people might not know is that you're a pastor's child.
Yes, I'm a PK.
Yeah, you're a PK. PKs Unite. Yeah. And you're a middle child as well.
I am. I've got 2 sisters, one older and one younger.
Well, what was that like? Especially, I mean, we had sibling rivalry as a topic that we were talking about a couple of weeks ago. In terms of the competitive nature between you and your siblings, what was that like? And how competitive does that make you as a person? Because when you come to Tropical Island of Treasure, I mean, we're talking about Smooth Fame and Fortune and your share of 1 million rand that you're competing for. So you've got to have that competitive edge. How competitive are you?
I'm very competitive.
Yeah?
Very competitive, and I'm a sore loser.
You're a sore loser.
But I don't know if that's a good thing.
That's a good thing, because that means you work your
yes, you work
hardest.
extra hard.
Absolutely.
Extra hard.
Yeah.
Not to lose.
So what would you say you bring to the competition in order to outsmooth everyone else?
Definitely lots of energy, lots of passion, and I do everything with my heart.
Yeah.
So best believe I'm going to do my best.
Yeah. What kind of person are you looking for to join Team Simpiwe?
They have to be fit.
Okay, so fitness is one.
They have to be a quick thinker, be able to think on their feet, and have to be male.
They have to be, so you are specifically...
That'd be great.
So not even like a young women's month nyana to the ladies out there?
You know, I can't. I need somebody that's stronger than me.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
But you
so
get
we can
strong
balance.
women out there. There's some very, very strong women out there physically.
I'm stronger than most women.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's why I need somebody
nice one.
Slightly stronger.
Listen, it's good to see you. Looking forward to going to the island with you and your teammate and the rest of the celebrity contestants and everyone who's going to be there. It's going to be a lot of fun.
It is.
You know that for sure, right? She's definitely one to keep a very, very close eye on. And if you want to join Simpiwe on Tropical Island of Treasure, Curacao, then record a video of yourself describing how you would outsmooth your competition on the island. Then load that video onto Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook with hashtag TIOT9. And it could be you winning smooth fame and fortune in this season of Tropical Island of Treasure, Curacao. T's and C's and more information can be found on tropica.co.za.
Hi, my name is Simpiwe Ngema and I play Pindile Shezi on Isidingo. And you could be joining me on Tropical Island of Treasure. I'm so excited to be going to the island, and one thing that I'm looking forward to is just being in my bikini the whole day and just having fun and being part of the games and winning. I'm very competitive. To join me on the island, buy a Tropica and follow the instructions on the bottle. Take a video of yourself and tell us why you would be my ideal partner. Then upload it on all the social media platforms, your Twitter, your Instagram, and your Facebook using the hashtag TIOT9. So these are my tips for the audition video. You have to be yourself, have a great personality, and just stand out as a person so that I know that, okay, that's the one that I want to be with, and be fun. Come find your smooth fame and fortune on Tropical Island of Treasure, Curacao.
Oh, well, a new era of television is being ushered in tonight, an iconic era that is season 44 of Nuot for Nuot, with its new co-hosts, Emo Adams and DJ Shelley. It premieres tonight at 7 p.m. on SABC2. Now, they're joining us for the morning to play some of their games on our Feel Good Breakfast show. We've been having such a fun time. Cat more than the rest of us.
No, we've all had fun.
A winning
It's a
streak
family fun show.
consistently for him. But of course, the time that we are stepping into right now, we've asked the legend Johan to take charge of the games. It's intimidating just having you standing there asking us questions.
So why don't we make this simple? I give you the cards.
Can I just stand next to you?
I think Emo's been doing that with Kat the whole morning, so we might as well just...
Okay, so now I know Emo's line. I look a lot like Emo, but I'm not Emo. So let's do this Noot for Noot spell. I've been told I must do it in English, so I'm comfortable doing it in English. And the sentence. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to give you one note. It's worth 1,000 rand. We're going to go to 10 notes. If you don't get it immediately, each time you come down a note, you're going to lose 100 rand. Okay, I'll give you a clue to lead you into it. Shelley will play the clue, and you take it from there. Okay?
Can you say all of that just slower?
So now, for 1,000 rand, here comes your first note. It sounds like this. And the clue I'm giving you in Afrikaans and you translate it for me. As dinge in die huwelik eers skeef begin loop, if things in your marriage start going wrong, you want 2 notes? 2 notes now, 900 rand it's worth, and it sounds like this. That was 3 notes.
Oh,
yes.
Yes.
Maroon 5.
So it's 800 rand. Okay, so let's go to the third one. We'll skip the second one because I know my customers. You know. Okay, so let's go for the third one.
Okay.
And I'm giving you a clue for one note. You can listen to the one note first. It sounds like this. We're listening. That's the note. And it's worth 1,000 rand.
Does anyone ever get it on the first note?
Oh yes, you're going to get it on the first note. Watch. The clue is only James Bond is allowed to see this.
GoldenEye?
2 notes for 900 rand. They sound like this. Gotta get it. The third note will give it away. It's worth 800 rand. 3 notes. The clue again is only James Bond is allowed to see this. Here is your 3 notes. Oh, yeah. Oh, your 3 notes. Now you've got it.
It sounds like you were my strength when I was weak. Okay. You were my voice when I couldn't.
So I'm going to give you 5 notes.
Okay,
5 notes. It's worth 600 rand. Your clue again is just for James Bond to see, and your notes sound like this.
Octopussy.
For your
eyes. For your eyes only. I feel that if you're a Diana Ross fan.
I see the problem seems to be the songs from the years 80s, 90s,
It's fine.
90s.
We'll get
but
it.
From tonight onwards, with Emo and Rochelle, you're going to get songs from 2019.
I'm ready to go on as a contestant.
We're going to get some
And we're going to go right down to 1843. So when those pop up, good luck.
Oh, man.
You guys
have one more.
Do you want one more?
I want one
Can
more.
we get one more? Is it possible?
We'll do the second one.
Yes.
Okay.
So
instead of giving you 1,000 rand for one note, I bet you 1,000 rand you won't get it with 10 notes. Okay, so your first note sounds like this. And the clue is, it's the theme from the Binnenlander soapie.
It's the theme from the Binnenlander. So are you asking me to sing the Binnenlander soapie?
Sing it for me then.
Kom nou, kom.
Buiten in die strate was jacarandas uit hul nate.
Now you see the thing with one note, 1,000 rand? There you go.
Buiten in die strate was jacarandas uit hul nate. Guys, sorry, may I just say, this is a moment in my life. That Johan Stefan owes me 1,000 rand. I'm sorted. I will never have financial problems ever in my life again.
Emo just now bumped into somebody and they said, okay, we have met before. So Emo said, do I owe you money? No, you guys are brilliant. Well done. Well done. And I'll tell you, Shelley is not too bad at all. Of course, people are going to enjoy her. I think this new era of Noot vir Noot is going to be so fantastic. It's new, it's fresh, it's young, it's dynamic. It's going to be something that's going to run for the next 25, 30 years.
I'm totally excited. Easily. Another 44. Another 44.
Well, it's an exciting new era of television, as you've heard, as Emo Adams takes over as the host of Noot vir Noot. So be sure to catch the premiere of season 44 tonight at 7 p.m. on SABC2. One more time, let's give it up for the legendary...
Legendary stuff. Well, listen, your Feel Good Breakfast Show continues. Do we have more fun and games coming up? Maybe you might manage to squeeze it in. In the meantime, think about all your memories with Noot vir Noot, some of the best games you've seen on there, and let us know on social media. We'll
some of your favorite sayings that we'd love
to share. Things that you've heard
Have
and
you ever been on the show?
Send us pictures. Expresso Morning Show, SABC3. We'll see you after this.
I'm Bert Bosch, I'm a musician and actor, and I live in Johannesburg. Come find your smooth fame and fortune with me, Bauer, on Tropica Island of Treasure, Curacao. All you need to do, you buy a Tropica, you follow the entry details on the back of the bottle, you make a video, you upload it to Twitter or Facebook or Instagram with the hashtag TIOT9 and tell me why you want to be on my team, and then you could be winning fame and fortune with me on Tropica Island of Treasure, Curacao.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Hey, welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show, live, large and in charge on this Thursday morning. Big question for you. Do you want to enter hashtag TIOT9 for a chance to compete for your share of smooth fame and fortune? Of course you do. So are you perhaps one of the lucky 6 Tropica fans that will join the 6 celebrity contestants in Curacao? Maybe you are. Well, you will never know unless you try out. So head on over to tropica.co.za, fill in the form and upload your video. And remember that you can also enter by uploading your entry video onto Instagram, Facebook or Twitter using hashtag TIOT9. And you might just join Simpiwe on the island as
and
part
who
of her
wouldn't
team.
want to? Who wouldn't want to?
Yeah.
You're such a ball of fun, and we've seen so many entries that have come through. We're talking everything Tropica Island of Treasure, and the entries, I'm sure you've been looking as well and seeing.
Yes.
Have any of them stood out for you?
Not yet, but they're quite funny.
Wow. Are you saying everyone must try harder?
Yeah, people need to try harder and always be themselves. You know, I find that a lot of them are trying to fake it or trying to be what they're not.
Yeah.
And it's so much fun to see someone that just doesn't care and is like, you know what, this is who I am. I don't care what people think.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm looking
You
for.
connect better with them.
Yeah.
And then there's also, I think, a group of people who would love to enter but are fearful. Like the moment you put the camera in front of you and you press record, it's almost like something switches off in your brain. You're like, I don't know what to say.
Am I really doing this?
Yeah. What advice would you give those people people? I mean, you're used to being in front of the camera.
You can do 100 takes as
Here
long
we
as you
go.
get the best one.
Yeah.
Number one. Number two, like I said, be yourself, be authentic.
Yeah.
You know, people are attracted to people that are relatable.
Yeah.
You know, and you're only relatable if you are yourself.
Yeah.
Be like, have fun with it.
Yeah.
Have fun, add your personality, and that's what it's about.
Yeah. I think all of us sitting here now, we know why anyone would want to be part of Tropica Island of Treasure. But in your perspective, from your perspective, what do you think anyone at home watching right now should be interested, should want to be on the Tropica Island of Treasure?
For the money. Let's just start
Straight to the chase. Reason enough?
Number two, island. Number three, Sims.
Oh yeah. Okay. All right.
That's the ceiling reason.
Tick. If you were to enter, right? If you were a contestant out there vying for a position in a celebrities team for #TIOT9, what would you do in your video audition to make you stand out from the rest? What would you do?
Be myself. Number one, I'm a very fun person.
Yeah.
You know, and crazy.
Yeah.
So you need to do something that is you, that is uniquely you. It could be whatever, singing, if you love dancing, add that. So add a bit of personality to your video because then people will be attracted to who you are.
So you'd rock up there in like a lion leotard costume.
You know,
like
maybe
singing,
maybe just sing your audition. You know, sing the whole audition.
Wow. Well, look, I mean, we have received lots of entries and there have been some really good ones as well. So this speaks to the fact that there are so many people out there wanting to be part of season 9 of Tropica Island of Treasure. And there you have it. Some great tips, I guess, that we've gotten from Simpiwe. And you can basically do anything with your video. Sing, wear whatever, do whatever. Just make sure that we remember you, that you stand out. Now enter Tropica Island of Treasure Curacao by recording a video of yourself describing how you would basically outsmooth your competition on the island.
Then load that video onto Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook with #TIOT9, and it could be you winning smooth fame and fortune in this season of Tropica Island of Treasure Curacao. Remember, the T's and C's and more information can be found on tropica.co.za.
So we know, obviously, we are really loving having an opportunity during Women's Month to celebrate truly phenomenal South African women, and a little appreciation really does go a long way. So we were really excited to jump on board when McDonald's brought together some true leaders, captains of industry, if you will, in their respective industry. And Altsola was there to get a very privileged front row seat to take on board some very insightful words of wisdom from these truly phenomenal women.
Tonight we're here at Monte Casino, where McDonald's have rolled out the red carpet and invited women from various industries for a night of celebration and honoring them as the phenomenal women that they are. And of course, we're just as thrilled to be here. So on that note, let the celebrations begin.
Mothers, wives, daughters, sisters, and industry leaders. The night was all about a small moment of great appreciation for the women of South Africa.
Greg, this is such an amazing event. I mean, a room full of exceptional women. Why would you say that it's important for McDonald's to honor and celebrate women through an event like this?
Firstly, 60% of our employees are women. 50%, 60% of our leaders are women. And then obviously the majority of our customers are women. Then we believe in McDonald's that women have been disadvantaged for so long, and McDonald's is saying it's enough about that. They should be recognized. Equality is important, transformation is important, and that's why we will continue to celebrate women in the workplace, in our country, and being very, very much part of our lives.
They say diamonds are a woman's best friend, but we all know it's actually chocolate and some great perfume. And McDonald's had only the best on offer as a special treat.
I think it's very important for corporates in South Africa to take a moment, especially in Women's Month, to celebrate the women within the organizations, to show that they have interest and care in the advancement of their employees. And I think it's a great thing that McDonald's is doing.
As we work hard, I think it's important also just to have time together to relax and chill. But underlying that is obviously a very important agenda that we're also pursuing in terms of the actual liberalization of women in our business.
Maureen, what advice do you have for young women out there who want to have a successful career and be leaders in their own right?
My message to you is to say, the time is now. The opportunities are there. You matter
and you've got the ability. So take up the opportunities and make it happen.
Why would you say it's important for women to continue rising to their full potential?
We are more than 51% of the South African population. So the economy of South Africa needs us. We can make a huge contribution. So women, take your rightful position, rise up, take up the opportunities, but important, bring other women up with you.
We often break each other down. It's a weird thing, but for me it's about good women and good support structures and seriously making your life easier. A male-driven society is one-sided. A male and female-driven society has a lot more to it.
Women bring a lot to the table. I believe we're the center of the universe. Without us, the world will be upside down.
Joanne, as the Chief Operations Officer for McDonald's, as well as a mother of 4, what do you have to say to those people who say that you have to choose between a career and a family as a woman?
I think that's a choice I'd leave to the women out there. I think for me, I made the decision to accelerate my career, but at the same time, accelerate my family life and expand my family.
What is your hope for female leaders in the future?
I think for me and for many other executives out there, it's our duty and responsibility to inspire so many women in South Africa to aspire.
I think, we live in one of the most beautiful countries in the world, and our country's coming of age, 25 years of democracy, and I think it's up to each and every one of us as an individual to say, what is my little contribution to making South Africa better?
No, I just think that we've got a huge potential in this country, and it's going to take both men and women to change the way our country is seen by ourselves and change the way the world sees our country.
After a hard day's work, I'm sure all the mothers, wives and sisters can agree that a little appreciation really goes a long way. Thank you to McDonald's for bringing together some of the most phenomenal women for an insightful and inspiring evening.
Thank you, McDonald's. Thank you, Mickey D's. Thank you to all the phenomenal women that are also making that contribution. Absolutely love it. And I'm going to sing as I'm doing the thank yous. Thank you, Princess, for creating this amazing coffee and for being a phenomenal woman in your own right. And, dude, thank you for bringing this phenomenal energy to our show. I'm so excited.
It was like being here today, man.
Oh, dude, I'm not saying goodbye to you just yet.
I felt like
we give you a coffee and send you on your way. But this has been the most fun we have collectively had in a long time. And I feel so privileged to have possibly be one of the last, albeit useless, contestants that Johan will ever oversee in a game in that space.
We need to get you guys on. That was so much fun.
You ask, we will be there, dude. So how do you take your coffee, bro?
Usually quickly and hot with milk, 1 sugar. Cappuccino is usually the order of the day, but if I want to spice it up, a red cap.
Wow.
You can't go wrong with a red cap.
You really are progressive,
with a little bit of cinnamon. Yeah, a sprinkle of cinnamon on top.
That is why he's the host of Note for Nerds tonight, 7 o'clock on SABC2. Because he can speak other languages other than English.
Only the highest grade Arabica beans. McAfee, great coffee, simple. See you after the break.
Clover Fresh Milk is the #1 milk brand in SA. Made with love by Clover.
Made with love by Clover, indeed. And today, expect a little extra sprinkling of love as we make Clover cheese polenta or polenta fingers. Crispy on the outside, soft and juicy and gooey on the inside. These will definitely go down a treat. If there are any left by the time you're finished baking them, because they are so amazing to make us this incredible snack, or it's a side to any meal. This really is something awesome, something relatively easy but zinging with flavor. Teresa, you are a champion. I think we share the same flavor palette.
Yeah,
clearly.
I think so.
Everything you make, I'm like, oh my goodness, it's just so lovely. So I'm looking at the end result. These are polenta chips, essentially.
Yes.
And we're using the cheese here as the magic ingredient. So first of all, describe what we are making, because I think I might have undersold it a little bit, and then get us started, yeah.
Right, so it's polenta fingers, which we are serving with a cheese sauce. So polenta is essentially corn. If you don't know, it's ground up cornmeal, and when it's cooked, it's polenta. So
this is, I mean, like milli meal is essentially what we are working with here. And if someone wants to be really zhuzh and call it polenta, you kind of know what we are making. The base ingredient here is corn.
Yes, you're right. So we've got some milk in the pot. We've added some stock as well, and you can add any stock that you like, any flavor. I'm going to add some clover butter.
Cool. Do you know what? I kind of feel like I need a cohort to help me out here. I've been enjoying the absolute omnipotent enjoyment of having a DJ at your disposal.
Yes.
So I'm going to ask the incredible one half of the hosting crew that's going to be taking control of Noot for Noot tonight at 7 o'clock. DJ Shelley, welcome, please.
This is my happy place.
Yes,
like,
it
it
is
is yours.
Are you really? So are you the? Because Emo was terrified. I literally saw him like drop his coffee when I suggested that he join me in the kitchen.
Really?
So Teresa, this is Shelley, DJ
Hi,
Shelley.
nice to meet you.
You guys seem like kindred spirits, and this is the kind of vibe. Is this? And you can carry on, Teresa. I know I talk so much that I often disturb the flow in the kitchen, but is this your kind of vibe, your flavor palette, something like? And this I'm talking to you, Shell. A polenta crisp. Is this something you would tackle at home yourself?
I actually personally don't even know what this is. This is like out of my kitchen zone, so I'm not going to lie and be like yes.
Welcome
but
to my world.
It looks like something I would eat, if that's a good answer.
No, completely. Now you feel as out of place as I've felt playing
enjoy
musical
food
games
in
on our
general.
show. No, but this is what it's all about. So we create really accessible recipes on our show with an aim of taking me, the most useless person on earth, to a point where I can actually make these at home.
Lovely.
No, these are delicious. So where are we in the process now of our polenta chips?
I've added some thyme and some garlic into our milk, some salt and pepper, and you want to bring that to the boil and then lower the heat and let it simmer for about 10 minutes. So that flavor is going to infuse into the milk.
Okay.
Yeah.
Chips. Now I know what we're dealing with here.
So we're making so basically a nice little anecdotal fact here is that polenta is actually milli meal. It's ground milli meal. So
It's
that's
like a fancy.
It's a fancy Italian way of saying it. So Emo would be saying polenta. But it's at its heart, it's just a good old milli pop.
Right. All right. So it's time to add the polenta. Now what's important here is that you add it gradually and you keep whisking your milk,
So you don't want
because
it to
you
clump up.
don't want lumps. So make sure you do it
All
slowly.
in the wrist, you see.
As a DJ, you can probably do this with you can mix with both hands.
I agree.
So throw that in, and then you're going to keep stirring at regular intervals until the polenta thickens and it comes away from the sides of the pot.
And it's already seeming to happen quite quickly.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Instantly. Like this.
Teresa, are you musical in any way?
Well, I sing with the kids quite a lot.
That didn't really answer my question. I also like to sing with my
very
child.
safe. Very safe.
So does that count?
I also draw with my boy, and we share pretty much the same artistic ability, and he's 2.5 years old. So
Maybe we should ask you in a different way. If there was an instrument that you would maybe play, which one would you choose? Like strings?
Well, this is very embarrassing. So I'd love to play the piano, but at school I played the recorder. So
there's nothing wrong with that.
one of those.
Some of the greatest musicians on the planet have started with a recorder in their hand. Come on.
And I was in the choir. There we go.
Haven't we all been, eh?
I love that. So
Jeez, that
I cannot believe how quickly this has come together.
Yeah, so it's starting to come away from the sides of the pot. We're going to add a bit more flavor now. So I'm adding some chopped chives.
Oh,
and
that
some
smells.
cheese. So we're using the Clover mature cheddar cheese.
Okay, so that's strength indicator 5. And what I love about the Clover cheese is you'll see here is you've got different strength indicators along with their different colors to tell you kind of where it sits on the, you know, like
palate kind of
on that zingy
intensity
tanginess.
level.
Yeah, completely.
Okay.
And because one family even can have, you know, 5 different, you know, appreciations of cheese. I like a really strong cheese, but sometimes horses for courses, you want something that kind of fits in a mild range, and without you being able to physically open the pack and taste it yourself.
You need to know
really
what am
nice.
I working with.
You can do that, but you're gonna, you know, you break it, you buy it. So you've actually put our grated strong mature cheddar in the mix.
So just give it a good mix until it's incorporated. I've added some lemon zest as well. And then once that is done, you're going to pour it onto a tray. So you can see we've done one here.
And it'll look like that.
Flatten it and then leave it to go completely cold. So it'll set. And then, I don't know if you want to help us here, if you want to cut.
Are you putting this
little
in the fridge to set, or is it just standing outside?
You can put it in the fridge or leave it on the counter.
Okay, all right.
And then you can cut it into your finger.
I know. I've already almost cut off one of my
Am I
fixes
just
this
doing
week.
like little...
So you can use that one for a guide, but sort of 5 centimeter long, roughly.
Okay.
But actually, I mean, you can cut any shape that you like. You can do big squares, but
Yeah.
for chips, you obviously want the smaller ones.
My chips might be a bit like more wedges like.
There's nothing wrong with that. Why? Because in your kitchen, you are the master.
Exactly. This is like art on its own, you know? You can pretty much just express yourself.
Think how sweet this will be when you open a little Tupperware in studio and you call Emo over and you share with them your little polenta chips, and he goes, "Oh, that's polenta." And
Okay, so
you,
these are quite long.
nothing wrong
No,
with that.
that's fine.
Okay.
And then what we're going to do, once we've got the shapes, is we're going to fry them in a little bit of oil.
Mine are more like square-like.
I feel like you've created something new here. Polenta squares, we're going to call them.
Oh my goodness.
No, but it's all about, Teresa, it's about the rustic look. That's what we create.
Absolutely.
So it's a euphemism I use. Anytime something goes squirrely in the kitchen, then I say it's meant to be like that, and it's rustic.
Like, I'm just going to leave those. Those are passing.
No, that looks awesome because
I'm confident in what I do.
when I eat a chip, I want to know I'm eating a chip. Okay.
Exactly.
I don't want it all crisp. I want a little bit of a nice soft gooey center. Remember, we've got cheese in the middle of these beauties.
We can like.
Oh, look, now I've made you food insecure.
There we go. These are like 2 for 1, really.
You were born to be
big.
this chip cutter this morning. So the keyword here is clover to 33728. If you want to create these beautiful polenta chips with our clover level 5 strength cheddar cheese, just SMS that keyword clover to 33728.
So those are just like kind of catching a bath.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you fry them until they're golden and crispy, and then you enjoy them straight away. And
Right.
that's it.
We have spoken a huge amount through this process and tried everything that we can to put Teresa off her cooking process. So let's take you through a little bit of a blow by blow. This is how we arrive at our beautiful, crispy, golden, delicious polenta chips.
Looking for a new flavor sensation for your next dinner party? Look no further than these clover cheese polenta fingers. Put 1 cup of clover fresh full cream milk into a pot, along with 2 cups of good quality chicken stock, 2 tablespoons of clover butter, a teaspoon of crushed garlic, a tablespoon of fresh thyme, and season to taste. Stir to combine, then simmer the sauce for about 10 minutes. Add 1.5 cups of polenta and mix together quickly to avoid any lumps from forming. Next, add 1.5 cups of grated clover matured cheddar cheese, a tablespoon of freshly chopped chives, and a teaspoon of lemon zest. Then mix together again. Press the polenta down into a lined baking dish and pop it into the fridge to cool down completely. Next, cut the polenta into fingers and shallow fry them in a hot pan until golden brown on all sides. Serve as a side to any meal or as a snack with cheese sauce for dipping. These scrumptious polenta fingers are crispy on the outside and soft in the middle, and you can easily replace your usual side of potato fries with something a little tastier.
Made with love by Clover.
And by Teresa as well. You've outdone yourself with this recipe. It's absolutely awesome. It's delicious. It's amazing. The keyword is clover to 33728. DJ Shelley,
yes,
you've earned it with your completely non-uniform cutting of chips.
Thank you.
I don't know if you can see that there. I don't think any chip is the same. This is an era where the individual is recognized, but yeah, you get to have. They are millennial chips. Oh, you've named it. Absolutely awesome. Both of you have earned, at the very least, a taste.
Thank
and what I would ask you
Are we doing
to
the dipping?
you've got to do the dipping.
Okay.
What I would say is look out for that little bit of lemon zest, because I think that's our sneaky little X factor ingredient, huh? Mm-hmm.
That is good.
Dancing on the palate.
Yeah. Oh, and I like that dip. Is that just like normal mayonnaise, or what is that?
That's a cheese sauce.
Oh, okay.
Which is really good with
It complements the
Cheese on the inside, cheese on the outside. You were born for this. Can you be? How many shows can you be a co-host of? Can you come and co-host?
As long
on our
as
show
I'm
well?
just here, then I'll be the happiest person alive.
Okay, this is your kitchen. This is your kitchen. Your kitchen as well. Again, that keyword Clover to 33728.
Clover Fresh Milk is the #1 milk brand in SA. Made with love by Clover.
Now, of course, as we all know, Tropica Island of Treasure is known for putting their contestants through some great challenges. As always, it's expected in order to stand a chance of winning smooth fame and fortune and a share of a possible 1 million rand. You don't just get it, you got to work for it. And of course, Simphiwe Ngema is one of our 6 celebrity contestants for this season, and she's joining us this morning for a bit of a challenge. Are you ready, my lady?
I think so.
Firstly, how ready are you for the actual challenges on the island? Because you've watched the show before, right? So how ready do you think you are for those challenges?
I don't think I am. But we'll get there slowly but surely.
And I know that you
still have time.
Yeah, you still have lots of time. But you're a very busy lady, very busy schedule, working hard every single day. What are you doing to mentally, in those gaps that you do find, mentally and physically, to get yourself ready for the challenge that is Tropic Island of Treasure Curacao?
Luckily for me, when I perform, I dance. So fitness, tick.
Okay,
and at least I am working and preparing for Tropical Island. See?
And I mean, you are channeling your energies through the music, through the acting, through this. So mentally as well, you're very agile.
Exactly. I'm always on my feet.
I see you. Okay.
All the time.
So we got a challenge for you right now. Earlier on, Simphiwe gave us some great tips and tricks on how to make an audition video stand out. But now, I'd like to know how you would put those 3 points into an actual video, okay? So I've got 3 props for you to create your very own audition video for Tropical Island of Treasure Curacao, right? So you'll see over there, we've got your team drink, Team Tropical, there it is. You have a flamingo, and of course, a crown, okay? So we're gonna give you about 60 seconds, give or take, for you to infuse your personality, your fun, your energy into what would be an audition video.
Jeez, 60 seconds.
So take like 5 seconds to kind of like think about it, because you're readying yourself for your challenge, how you're going to go about it. I'm going to pretend that I'm that friend who wants to see you on Tropical Island of Treasure.
Okay.
And I'm going to be recording the video.
All right.
Right?
Cool.
And then I'll give you my feedback afterwards. So, okay, see, friends have to do this.
Make sure it's right.
Make sure the screen
Make
is
sure it
clean.
looks good.
You don't want your Vaseline fingers here blocking the view. Okay, good. Let's see. Okay, got it? Got the lighting. Okay, Simphiwe, you're going to do this. It's going to be amazing. Remember the props. You got those. Okay. So, okay. And 3, 2, 1, go, Sana.
Hi, my name is Simphiwe Ngema. I am an actress and I am also a queen. I am auditioning for Team Tropical while I get my crown back and hold my flamingo.
Boom! There we go. That was without even trying. That was 22 seconds.
Wow.
Of a video, and you just said like 3 basic things. And I mean, have a look at that playback over there. So this is what the video would look like.
Hi, my name is Simphiwe Ngema. I am an actress and I am also
Shine angles. Using the props, yes, and it falls off, and you are in the moment because you've got to be spontaneous. You allow it to work through. Boom. Live in the moment. There we go. There we go. Simple. I'm very, very impressed. If I was a celebrity contestant choosing somebody, I'd be like, well, she can think on her feet.
Yes.
She can improvise. She can do this thing.
See.
We can definitely do it.
Simple.
Well done.
Thank you.
Simple as that. So if you think that you can outsmooth other Tropica fans, get out there and enter for Tropica Island of Treasure Curacao. And all you need to do is record a video of yourself describing how you would outsmooth your competition on the island. Then load that video onto Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook with hashtag TIOT9. Or go to tropica.co.za, fill in the form and upload your video, and it could be you winning smooth fame and fortune in this season of Tropica Island of Treasure Curacao. Do remember that T's and C's and more information can be found on tropica.co.za.
Oh, you can make my day.
guys, this is Ntando Duma. I'm a media personality, a TV presenter, actress, and a mother. Join me on the island, buy a Tropica bottle and see entry details on the bottle. Upload a video of yourself telling me why you'd be my ideal partner on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter, and the hashtag is TIOT9. Join me on the island and come find your smooth fame and fortune on Tropica Island of Treasure, Curacao.
Hello, hi.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to it. It is your feel-good breakfast show, Expresso, live right here on SABC3. We're taking the heat factor to a whole new level. Of course, she is one of the celebrity contestants on this season of Tropica Island of Treasure, Curacao. Entries coming through. I mean, I've been watching on social media while you've been here. People just asking for more tips and how they can get involved. But of course, you do catch her on Isidingo as well. And right now, she's performing her brand new music. It's called Tanda Gembela. Take it away, Sims.
Someone I used to know, an angel on earth who made fairy tales come true and made love come through. Kiatana, someone I used to know, an angel on earth who made fairy tales come true and made love come through. Me
yazimaru nokujuta nikuthando kanti liyahlula kule nsuku nokujula buka wena uyakhula thando kanti wena kwabanjani isinika wena uyangilaxaza kwangempela jiki sengiyamoyisela why you play with my emotions thando mina ngazunqoba konke kodwa manje nganti ungenzi nje uvela uhambe goodbye emaphupheni see you fly akholwile avuka ubuqela uthando avuma uhluka khumlando impilo yazimaru nokujutha nikuthando kanti liyahlula on my knees say a prayer come back please just one more day isizwe sonke sokhumbula iJordan akukholula sofela uboy baby Sandra Sami, Sandra Sami, nightly see you, Sandra Sami, Sandra Sami, nightly see you, Sandra Sami.
New tonight, 7 p.m. on SABC2. Thank you very much, Sim Q and Gemma. Catch on Tropic Island of Treasure, Season 9. Email with Mark. Go. Thank you, man. Thank you, Jenny.
Expresso Morning Show, made with love by Clover.
Another feel-good production.
Get away.